Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You're here with the Crypto Lifer, baby! Woo! Sorry. I'm just excited to be alive. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to live my dreams. I'm excited to go after my hopes, my dreams, you know, and bring you on along the ride with me. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. Woo! Do I have a show planned for you today or what, baby? Shout out to each and every one of you sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's break down the crypto markets, shall we? Ooh. Let's get rid of that. Let's get that ticker back and flowing. Shout out to everybody here. Let's get those balls in the jar. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those views up. Let's get the community started. Let's get it going. Shout out to each and every one of you. 365 people, 198 likes. I've never seen that. I've never shown up to 198 likes. Babe, we got 198 likes. I didn't even mention my mouth yet, babe. That's never happened. Today is a great day. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Milestones every single day of the week. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. We are going to be the most positive, loving crypto community you've ever seen. All right? We're not going to get involved in Twitter feuds. We're not going to get involved in nonsense. We are going to stay fresh, stay positive, and keep our minds focused. If you're in all this nonsense, you cannot keep your mind focused. You see what I'm saying? And so stay focused. Listen, join the trading group. Sign up now. Bear market special, 2 months free, plus the beginner's course. The beginner's course will blow your mind. I'm telling you right now. Jump on in. Bang, bang, bang. Look, BitBoy trending on Twitter. That's insane. And I also seen him on CNBC this morning. So BitBoy, shout out to BitBoy trending on Twitter. Older videos. It's some good and some bad. It's a little crazy. He gets a lot of stuff thrown at him, but you know, it is what it is. It's just crazy to see that he is trending on Twitter. CNBC taking their shots, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. The crypto community will push forward. This has been an amazing day. Also, Facebook was hacked. Facebook hacked. Let's talk about that. That's news that we must discuss. I mean, it's not really the world markets, but Facebook being hacked to me is a big deal, right? A real big deal, right? So, yeah. Facebook being hacked, not a good look at all, right? So, users have started spamming celebrity accounts with posts and memes, exacerbating the chaos. More opportunist users are posting QR codes to their PayPal and Cash App accounts or plugging their business and Spotify accounts. Massive Facebook glitch floods users' feeds with celebrity posts. Just Mark Zuckerberg trying to solve Facebook. Come on, man. You knew Facebook was a mess. You know what I'm saying? They never really truly cared about you anyway. It was only a matter of time before they went under like that. Why Kevin O'Leary says quiet quitting is bad for your career. Quiet quitting, huh? Texas Park uncovers longest dinosaur tracks from 113 million years ago. Anything to get your focus off of what you want to be focused on. Be careful with social media, right? Be careful with social media, all right? We're going to break down Bitcoin right now. We're going to show you what we see happening for BTC for the next 3 to 4 hours and for the next couple days. If you come to this channel every single day, we're here constantly. Facebook is horrible. Facebook being hacked, such a blessing. Oh yeah, I bet 95% of my subscribers is, I bet 90% of my subscribers are basically anti-Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I try not to promote it too much. So I talked about HAPI making a bit of a move. It's already up a little bit. Trying to make a pump here on the 1 hour time frame. The 15-minute wasn't in my favor. I think the 50-minute will cool off. So what I look for are these flags, some type of falling wedge, maybe a tiny little cup and handle on the 15. Look at that. We might make a nice little decent cup they'll handle on the 15-minute and boom to the upside. Why does that price action look so strange like I'm in Hikanashi? I wasn't in Hikanashi, but isn't that funny how that looks like Hikanashi? HAPI? Very strange bar action there on HAPI. Interesting. Weird. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones getting a bit of a move, but look, we talked about this yesterday, right? I said, can we come up and break out of this? I would want to see us break below this. We did. We broke out of the falling wedge. Let's get rid of some of my drawings here. Let's get neat. We wanted to see what I was showing yesterday. We wanted to get a breakout and a retest of this area. A retest of the Dow Jones would be sufficient. So right here, look what we have. But do we have some bearish div? I mean, it's slight bearish div. It's not that strong. You have swing down to swing down, and this is sharply swing down. It's class C, but it's not substantial. You know what I mean? It's not a huge bit of divergence. We zoom in here, and you see, I can't stand the gaps in price action on the Dow Jones. It gets to my OCD. It's like, come on, I want things nice, neat, and tight. Maybe I don't even have OCD. I just think I like things nice, neat, and tight. And when they're not nice and neat and tight, it kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. So look, resistance, resistance, resistance. What I mean by that is you have gaps in price action on the Dow Jones. You have no gaps on Bitcoin because Bitcoin does not make gaps. You feel me? Shout out to everybody here. I hope you're having a good time. Get that lemon water out, baby. I got no lemons yet. Did you order lemons from the store? Did you order me lemons? Could I have one? I know, but I put it in front of everybody. It's part of the whole thing. It helps them put it in them. It helps everybody. It's a whole thing. I like things nice and tight too. All the time. Scotty Swing. CryptoLifer, good afternoon from the UK, man. Thank you. Day 16 on the lemon water for this guy. Super chat. CHG. We'll take a look at CHG. Dustin, man. Appreciate you. Can't wait to sit with you later on today. Shout out to my whole team. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Get this man a lemon, baby. Get this man a lemon. There we go. That's what someone said. I was just reading the comments, you know. Will somebody get this guy a gosh dang lemon? For crying out loud, the guy can't get a lemon in the house. What kind of place is this? No, I'm messing around. So look, the 15-minute is expecting a bit of a bounce. You do have bullish divergence on the 15-minute. You got swing down here on the Dow Jones. Let me zoom in for you. That swing to the downside or flat. It's actually exaggerated bullish divergence. That's flat. That is to the upside. Exaggerated bullish divergence. Now, it doesn't matter what we do. We got to pump back up above the zone, and we got to break out of this channel. So the Dow is bearish if it can't get above 33,000. The 33. We had 33,300 subscribers today. 333. The Dow trying to break 33. It's all about the 33 today. So look, the Dow having trouble getting above 32.94, 948 here on the move. All right. 15 minutes suggests we will break out of this, though, and there is some exaggerated bullish divergence. So shout out to everybody who here likes to eat cheese. Who here likes Damas cheese? What's your favorite cheese? Let me know what your favorite cheese is in the comment section. I just want to know. Is it Gouda? Is it smoked Gouda? Is it sharp cheddar? Is it Vermont sharp cheddar? Do you like the wine raspberry? You know what I mean? Havarti, we got a guy. Provolone. Okay, we got some French cheese people in here. Okay. Damas cheese, please, from Renair. Pepper jack. Feta. I can't do the feta too much, and I don't like blue cheese. Who here likes blue cheese? There's something wrong with you if you like blue cheese, right? No, I'm just joking around. But blue cheese smells like old feet, dude. How do you like blue cheese, dude? Of course you do, Rodney. Of course you like blue cheese. Out of your mind. It smells like somebody's dirty laundry blue cheese, for crying out loud. How could you eat that sauce? No, I'm just joking around. Some people love cheese. Nut cheese. I've never had nut cheese. Shout out to Crypto Rambler, BTC, LOL, great vibe today. He put on a Bitcoin. He said, can we go over Bitcoin? Don't we do that on this channel? Sometimes. We go over Bitcoin occasionally. We talk about it. We like to talk about it sometimes, you know? So, huge move coming for Bitcoin. Why did I say that? What was I talking about? I do not do clickbait, all right? Look, if you go to my channel, and if you're someone who's really lazy, and you don't want to spend any money, so say you're super lazy, you want to spend no money at all, and you have no time, just come to my channel and look at my thumbnails. Good enough. You know what I'm saying? Calm before the storm. That was right before we had a huge dump. All right? Something was coming. I told you that, right? Do or die. That was the night that we lost position out of the falling wedge and dumped. I said if we break that level, we were gone, right? Bloodbath. We had the bloodbath, right? Trouble ahead. There's still brewing, right? Bitcoin was sideways. It went sideways all day long. So, huge move coming. A huge move will be coming in the next 24 to 36 hours. It's based on the charts. All my thumbnails are based on technical analysis. I look at the TA and then I throw out. So, none of this is clickbait. This is real stuff going on here. This is really things that I'm really thinking about. So, huge dump coming. 3 weeks, I was trying to tell you that there was a huge dump coming. Anyway. So, just something fun to think about. Just scan those thumbnails. That alone will give you a bit of insight into the market. So, look. Couple things that I'm seeing right now that you may not see, but my trained eye has seen it. I have a trained eye, all right? That's why people like to join the trading group. You pay $3 for a trained eye. Basically, someone that can see way more things in the market than you. Then you hang out with me, and eventually you become to get the skills that I have. A huge move is coming. Blue cheese and buffalo chicken wings. Oh, daddy, get some. Ew, gosh. I can't take the blue cheese. Huge move. So, look, one thing that I'm showing you, I'm just going to be open-minded right off the bat. I try to show you everything that could come your way. It's a possible shoulder head and shoulder that I haven't really even noticed yet or talked about. I just saw it right now on the channel, but first thing we're going over. Okay. Secondary thing is that we're getting, we are pumping here. So look at the 15-minute reset and wants to pump here out of the flag. It's doing pretty good, actually. That'll help some altcoins get some love this morning. And so that's a little flag that we're attempting to break to the measured move. Measured move would take you out of the channel at least, but back to the resistance. Look, resistance at 21,673. Resistance, 21,694. We wicked up a little bit to 21,008. So I'm going to call it 21,800. We even have a little wick there. If Bitcoin can't get above 21,800, expect more downside. All right. Today's a lot easier than the last few days. All right. Some days you're like indecision, what's going on, yada, yada, yada. So look, 15 minutes doing a great pump, but it's getting extended. It's going to do one of two things. It's going to pump up really nicely and use this as support, or use this as support for a retest. So you want to see it pump up. Then when it resets back down on the RSI, however, it doesn't leave the pattern. It's going to kind of fake out a little bit, dabble here, and then probably come right back down here to this point. So if the 15-minute can't breach the resistance at 21,600, 21,007, you're likely to come back down here to this high volume node sticking out at 21,350. However, that was a bold move yesterday. We had the rising wedge. I expected a break to the downside. I kept saying that's an M. I kept saying I called it short. We went short. Okay. We hit this area. I said I'm still short until we get above until we break 21,500. Now I took profits as we were going down. I said, this is the perfect time to take profits. When I'm in the green, I move my stop loss to break even and start to take profits. I protect my capital at all times. Always protect your capital at any given moment in time. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to see that, YouTube may be changing too. We don't push a lot of, people hit me up every day. Hey, I don't promote other people's projects anymore. I did it once or twice at the very beginning of my channel, but I never, and I always disclosed, but I haven't done it in I think almost a year, and I don't plan on it. My trading group's going so successfully well. My beginner's course is going so well. My life is going so well. And so I don't need to promote anyone else's garbage. So you're not going to see me promoting other people's projects. It's just not going to happen. Yes, I'm going to lose, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, but I don't care. I don't want to deal with the stress of talking about a project and not knowing what it really does. If I'm not the programmer, if I'm not there day to day inside the office really looking at it, then I really don't think I should be talking much about it unless I'll tell you things that I personally like. Like I like FLUX. Like I'll do my research on how a coin works, what it's doing, what it's breaking down. And then from there, I'll assess the situation. You know what I mean? You're doing hard work, bro, and it's paying off. Yes, it is. Thank you so much for that, Sam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Money can't buy happiness. Stay happy, lifer. I agree. Money can't buy happiness, but it can sure take away a lot of your problems. I'll tell you that, I'll tell you that. So look, heavy resistance and you're overbought. It's likely you don't get above 21,500 unless you get a short squeeze. And that's why we're going to look at BOOKMAP in a second here and bring you BOOKMAP. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 609 people, 355 likes, $16.98. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for the $16. You people are unreal. I could buy a sandwich with that after taxes. That's pretty sweet, actually. Thank you for the 355 lovely lifer likes. 609 lifers from around the world. Just one click truly helps others find the lifer community and achieve their dreams. Have you ever seen someone not happy on a jet ski? Never, dude. Jet skis are just let's buy one right now then. How much are they? I'm going to buy a used jet ski. I'm buying used jet skis right now. Let's do it. Can we buy some used jet skis? How much can we get a jet ski for? Ain't bad. 23. Wow, they're that expensive? 35? 6? I want to pay 8 grand. Yeah, like 8 grand makes sense to me for a nice one. Like, I ain't paying $30,000. You know what I'm saying? 8 grand seems legit for a 2019. Okay. Dude, I'd be out on that Sea-Doo. That looks like a mini one. It doesn't even look that sweet. Not too bad, though. I think they're the funnest things in the world. Jet skis are awesome. I definitely will own one next summer, for sure. I'm going to make that my goal, to own a jet ski. You're going to see me on a jet ski trading. I'll trade on a jet ski next summer. I'll have like a little iPad with a waterproof thing, and I'll be like, just made a trade. I'm going to hit a wave, bro. Because that's the life, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not living the lifestyle of crypto, that's why I love the crypto lifestyle. He's like, yo, if you're not living the lifestyle, then you're not living the crypto life, baby. You got to take profits. Think about all the things. Who here would have been living an amazing lifestyle had they taken profits right now? I'm actually, I want to raise my hand. I would have been living in even a more amazing lifestyle, right? I would have my house in Florida guaranteed, all right? Had I sold all my Cardano and Phantom, not just pieces of it, If it floats or flies, rent it, baby. It's a smart move, man. I think you got a good point, Long-term holders. Miami, Crypto City, baby. Jet ski shortage. That's why prices are so high. There's like 3 to 6 month waits. Oh my gosh. Should have sold in May like Crypto Face. You're funny. I sold my Safe Moon when I would have made 5K. Yeah. I'm giving away a cold wallet on my channel. Go subscribe to Crypto Nymphoze. Everybody, let's go over to Crypto Nymphoze and subscribe. You're too much though with the Crypto Nymphoze. She don't care, bro. She don't care. She's going hard with the journey. So she's giving away crypto wallets, everybody. Get yourself a free crypto wallet over at Crypto Nymphoze today. All right. And let's just check her out. Let's check it out. Let's subscribe right away. Forgive me for maybe not doing that. Crypto Nymphoze. Shout out to Gina doing her thing. Or branded channel, one day crypto wallet. Look at this. Look at this. 2-1 authentication. And that's the Cool Wallet Pro too, which they actually gave me. Take a look at this. This thing was super. Oh, the Aura team gave me this Cool Wallet Pro. Unbelievable. This thing is fresh to death. I think it's actually in my wallet right now. I think I put it in my wallet because it's like an actual wallet. I don't have it on me right now, unless I put it in here. I have like the card, but it's a thin card wallet. And it's like a credit card, Comes in this cool case. You attach this, cool wallet. Anyway, I really like the Cool Wallet. It's pretty cool. Cool Wallet Pro. Check out my girl Gina. She supported me, so we got to support her. You got to pay it forward when people hook you up. Let's get her to 1,000 subs as soon as we can. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Okay, let's get back into BTC. So, what do we see happening today on the market? 686 people, 400 likes, $16 in chat revenue. Unbelievable. So, look. I see the 15-minute likely to get rejected here by 21,005. We just can't seem to get above the zone. That's an issue for BTC. I'm going to make a green bar there. So unless we get a bit of a short squeeze, and that's why we were going over to what? To BOOKMAP. Let me explain why BOOKMAP works, what it does. It allows you to see where there's hidden liquidity. Right now, all we can see is what the oscillators tell us. Normally, you're overbought here. Normally, you're overbought. But that doesn't mean something can't happen. Oscillators aren't 100%. They don't mean just because I'm here, guaranteed it can't go up. They're about 80% accurate. They're pretty dang good, especially stochastics RSI. They will be very, very accurate. But when it comes to, your probability, there's no such thing as 100% in trading. It just doesn't work, right? That's why I love when people get mad at YouTubers or because a YouTuber is just a human being. They can be wrong. The second you listen to a YouTuber cold blind, you're wrong. Right? You didn't do your own thing. Loving your vibe today, brother. SWINGBY, please. Shout out to Clem Fandago. Love you, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for jumping on into the live. I'm just in my element. I could be way off. The second I hit that record button and I'm live, man, I'm back in the zone, doing what I love to do, feeling I'm in the niche, feeling in the pocket, just right where I want to be. So look, we do see a possible short squeeze. There's way more liquidity up at 21,008, 21,006, and 22K. There's nothing down here. Maybe 21,200, but there's really nothing to get the market maker or the liquidity order books excited. Likely we head up a little more to 21.8 and get rejected by that next point. Or could we get sucked all the way up to 21,000? Make sure. I want to X that out. I don't really need GDAX anymore. Unsubscribe to GDAX. There we go. Okay, so look, and we're saving the data too. So yeah, lack of liquidity. Haven't you noticed how the order book has just disappeared? Last week, there was fat orders all around. It was crazy. Then once we made that nasty drop out of the pattern back to the 21,000 area, we've been seeing the liquidity kind of dry up, right? So there's definitely been a lack of movement in the space, right? We've also seen it in the altcoins. The altcoins aren't just whipping around. We don't have altcoins all over the place like we used to, right? So that's just, and I notice, see, the thing is about, if you're in a trading group, you're going to notice things that I've been around a long time in the markets. So when the markets do something shifty, I notice it, right? And anyone could be an influencer and tell you about coins and show up every day in front of a mic, but we go over the charts every single day. I got recognized for my chart work, for the way I even move the chart. You see a lot of people moving charts around. They're not even good at the way they use TradingView. They're a little happenstance. They don't really seem to give you the information you need, right? So anyway, we're getting rejected by the 15 at 21,005. Likely, we head back down to the bottom of this pattern right now. So I would say the shorts would be good for scalping on the 15-minute time frame at the present moment, right? I wouldn't scalp shorts. They're really not a big move coming yet. The bigger move is when we get out of this wedge, and that's why you see huge move coming. There's a huge move coming. Now, if you're in my trading group, you already got the update this morning where I talked about this, and so you already know. But you come to the channel to support, to see what else I'm going, and to see what we're looking at for the rest of the day. I appreciate that. But if you're in my trading group, you get a Bitcoin update between 6 and 8 a.m. every single morning. I don't remember the last time that I missed my Bitcoin update. If I'm going to miss an update, it means I'm traveling, and even then, what I do is I use my iPad with my iPhone, and then I shoot my iPad screen. There's no excuses for your if you're in a group and the guy who runs the group's like, I'm going to be gone for a couple days. Like, there's just no excuse for it. Like, you're paying him hundreds of dollars. He's making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year running a trading group, and the guy can't stop for a minute. So I always tell myself, no matter what is going on in my life, you all are most important. It's my wife, it's my kids, my wife, and then each and every one of you. So I don't care what I'm doing. I could be hungry. I could have to pee. It doesn't matter. I got an iPhone, I got an iPad, I got the brain, and I got the charts. I will not leave you hanging. I have access to my charts literally 24/7 as long as I'm not asleep. So I will work day and night for you for $3 a day to the point of no return, till my hands bleed, till my back hurts, till my knees ache, till my eyes bleed, baby. I will be at these screens for you every single day of my life. That is my promise to you. There's nothing else I can control but my time in the market, and I will give you my time in the market every single dang day, baby. Don't act like I'm not on that list. LOL. Shout out to Roddy Robinson in the game. So a big move is coming for Bitcoin because it's getting coiled up. The last time I said a big move coming, it was right here. Look, Bitcoin went up, down, then it got tight. We knew a big move was coming for Bitcoin because it got tight in the channel. Now, these are symmetrical triangles. The measured move to the downside is 20,791. The measured move to the upside is 22,139. That might be a little 22,140, area. So if we break up, that's what we're going to do. We break down. Now, the 4 hours is suggesting that we break to the downside right now. The daily is suggesting that we could break to the upside. The 4 hour has a little bit of a flip at support, though. Bounce, a bit of a double bottom there. Measured move of that double bottom would break you out. See? And get us above the resistance. The bulls must get above this zone to remain bullish. We get up here and get rejected, more downside. That just ends up being a bigger rising wedge, and it's more downside. So if we can't get above 21,800, expect more downside. It's pretty obvious to me, all right? And you can see liquidations happening now. The longs are getting liquidated. Look, 5,794, 4 liquidations, 769. This was one liquidation for $700. You can see all the liquidations going on the order book. It's pretty awesome. And usually liquidations is where we get a bit of a bounce or a move. It's interesting. But the 15-minute looks like it may, highly likely by probability will reset here. And look, there's your red candle that we projected on. Now, this was the measured move. I wasn't saying we were going there. I said it was more likely we get rejected because the stochastics were getting high. But it doesn't, nothing's guaranteed. But that was your measured move if you were able to squiggle out of this, right? And that would have taken us to 21,700. It was highly unlikely to me, but I'm open-minded at any given moment in time, right? So we go to the 1 hour time frame. We're looking for some, for some ideas here. Look, massive wick down to the downside. So it's likely we head back down to this area, right? The 1 hour's overbought too and wants to dump. That could begin the movement to the downside. You break this area here, you're going to be looking for a bearish retest of this zone, all right? Remember, you break this POC sticking out, you're likely to come down to the next high volume node. How many times have I said that in the last, 10 days? If you break a high volume node, you're likely to come down to the next high volume node. Let's take care of the super chats quickly today. Yesterday, I was so focused on Bitcoin, so into the zone. It was a lot harder for me to jump away. Bitcoin was tough. It was sideways. It was insane. I mean, it's still sideways today. It's basically the same place it was yesterday. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 819 people. Can we get to 1,000? Everybody, it's your chance right now to watch 1,000 people on a live. That's exciting. 1,000 people on a live is exciting. It's your chance to be a part of that right now. If you keep hitting that like button right now, you're going to get us to 600, 700 likes, and you will get us. We only have 175 people. You will look at this beautiful trend line. You will bang this beautiful trend line to 1,000 people on the live. I would love to see it, but I can't do it without each and every one of you. It's you people that are going to do it. It's you people that have got me here. I started with 500 subs. No one cared about me. You got me on BitBoy. You got me on Around the Blockchain. If you didn't hit the like button, if you didn't show up, if you didn't tell your friends, if you didn't say, hey, I like what this guy's saying, then no one else would have paid attention to me. When I got to 5,000, 7,000, 6,000, 10,000, I began to grow. That's when people showed, somewhat attention. So it started from the little people at the very beginning. My little group, not little people, but my little group, like the ones that started at the very beginning. You grew us, 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 you grew us. So now the new people that are just jumping in, you gotta have that passion for life. You're a lifer now. You're not a regular dude or woman. You are now given the essence to go after your life. You're now given the essence to be inspired. You're now given the essence to never say no, to go after your dreams. There's nobody that's gonna stop you but you, baby. So hit that like button. Let's get all the way to 1,000 people on the live. I know we can do it. I know we can do it. Let's take a look at CHZ, and I'm gonna get back out of my preach mode and back into my TA mode. But it is what it is, baby. And you can feel the power, you can feel the inspiration, you can feel the passion, because I love what I do. All right? I love what I do. All right? And I want you to be focused like Sean T, baby. T25, baby. Focus, focus, focus. I'm asking you to go, go, go. All right? So look, 15-minute oversold, want to bounce on CHZ. Slight Class C bullish divergence. Not enough, though. I wish it was a little more oomphy, A little more oomphy is the word, right? Now, we have a little bit of hidden bullish here. Swing up to swing up. This swing to the downside, that's hidden bullish divergence. Tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. Oversold on the 1 hour time frame. That is spicy, as Miss Teen Crypto says. Shout out to Randy. Miss Teen Crypto, we love you. Thank you so much for having me on the channel. And everyone, go over to Miss Teen Crypto. Hit up her channel. She's 19, going after her dreams, going after what she loves, doing damage with her life. So, doesn't sound right, but she's accomplishing her goals. She's not doing damage with her, like, you know what I mean? She's nailing it. She's going after her dreams. She's doing amazing. So appreciate that. And I just love the love and the support that she showed me. What a nice person. She could end up becoming one of the biggest channels ever. The connections you make now are very similar to connections you make in college as a YouTuber. All the YouTubers that I meet right now, we don't know who's going to be the bigger ones. It's good to have friends in the space. So I always say I like to find people I respect, love, and care about, and then keep those connections close, because you never know. And that's why you don't denounce someone just because they maybe have a smaller channel than yours. Watch the movie The Grand Hotel. It is a great movie about positions in life. It was an old movie. It may have been recreated, but I watched The Grand Hotel in 1932 on IMDb. This movie was shot in 1932. Right? It's got, Barrymore, Crawford, and Barry Barrymore, right? Gerald Barrymore. Remember, Drew Barrymore came from a long family in the film industry. But this video is amazing. This is amazing. And I don't want to blow the story for you, but you definitely should watch it. It is an old black and white movie from 1932, but it has such a life lesson in it, and I'm so glad that I watched it. It's probably one of the best movies you'll ever see. What a twist of fate, what a twist of moves. And it teaches you how to be nice to everybody, no matter how big or small they are in your life, because you never know when, even no matter how big you are, when you may need someone, like you could be a multimillionaire, but someone might see you. You might be this is not what happened in the movie, but I'm giving you an example. You're a multimillionaire. Someone accuses you of something, but there's a poor bum on the street that saw you, and that person knows that you didn't do it. You now need the poor bum on the street to save your life, but you're a multimillionaire. And that's kind of how that movie begins, or what it breaks down. It breaks down the idea that you're never too big for your britches. You must always, be wary, and you must be nice to everyone in your life at all times. All right. So again, sideways for Bitcoin. We're in this channel, and there's a 50% shot we go up or down. All right. And that no one wants to like that. They want to know, Lifer, tell me what to do exactly. And honestly, I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go, so how could I tell you what to do exactly? All I can show you is what I've seen for years and years and years and what's most likely to happen. So we're watching the 15-minute get rejected and come back down, and we're watching the 1 hour likely also do the same. If it can't hold this trend line, we're looking for it to break, right? And maybe we change the pattern. There's a chance we do that, but right now we have a pretty solid trend line. Bounce, bounce, bounce. We don't want to break this trend. We're holding it. And resistance, 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 resistance. We don't want to break we do want to break the upward trend. So Bitcoin getting tight in the zone. Look for sideways or downward price action today based on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour is going to reset, and Bitcoin will either make a falling wedge flag here, or does it breach? Breach, what I mean is break this bottom trend line. So that's what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. Sideways action could create some movement in the altcoins. However, we have lack of liquidity the last week. Everyone's in standstill watching Bitcoin. Everyone wants to know, because if it breaks down and goes lower, then you're going to see the shorts open up. We're going to see some volatility in the shorts, and it's going to give us some volume back in the market. So no one wants to go either way. Everyone is in a holding pattern, and that's keeping liquidity on the sidelines. You can feel it. We just don't have the same liquidity as normal. Everybody, I don't know what it was. Do we have haters here? I don't know what it is, but 549 likes. It's up to you to get me to 1,000. You didn't do it. You guys didn't want me at 1,000. It is what it is. I mean, I can't force you guys to do the right thing, but if the right people hit that like, if you all you would hit that like button and got us to, because we had 800, right? If you got us to 600, we would have breached into the 900s, and then we would have gone on our way to 1,000. I'm gonna do it every single day till you guys get me to 1,000. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm gonna be here every single day. All right. CAG looks like a hot one, in my humble opinion. However, the 4 hour is not in your favor. You're trading against the 4 hour, which could easily dump on you, and definitely wants to dump on you to the downside. All right. I put on my moving averages, and usually you want to cool off back at the 21. You're kind of in this channel here, and you fall back to the downside. Possible scalp on the 1 hour. Maybe you pop up here, come back down. But I don't like to trade the 1 hour when the 4 hour is extremely oversold and pushing down on me. I've seen it play out, but the probabilities get lower and lower when a bigger time frame isn't in your favor. I'd much rather play the 1 hour when the 4 hour was low. You see? So like this was the call right here. Profit taking really is coming now. You get in when the 4 hour is low. You watch the 1 hour. The 1 hour got low. That was an entry there, and that was an entry right there. These two positional strength areas where the stochastics got low. Bang, da bang, dang. Look, that also bounced off of a high volume node by using the VPR, the VPVR or VRVP, however you want to call it, the visible range volume profile. You can see clearly that we bounced right there. Such a beautiful way to trade, because you can be like, all right, I'm low on my stochastics. I broke out of the wedge. I'm holding resistance, resistance. So support and resistance flip, and you're at the high volume node, and boom. And like I tell you, if you get above a high volume node like this one, you're likely to come to this one. If you break above that, you're likely to come to the POC. You break, and look, then you came up and you did a what? A retest of the POC, which is also a retest of just support and resistance. Resistance, bounce, resistance, bounce. That's a zone. You bounce off the zone to the upside. Your next zone is a little lower. You have some scrub here, but it looks like a little lower. I wouldn't be surprised if CHZ went back down to 2250 first before it continued to the upside. Let's take a look at the daily. Does the daily have momentum? It does. So you're dealing with daily momentum, which is a good sign. It's a good sign. So you're waiting for the 4 hour to probably come back to the bottom of the pattern. That looks like the next probable sweet spot right there for CHZ. And then honestly, it could go parabolic out of this rising wedge. So I'll be watching it closely. CHZ, daily looks good. 4 hours a bit overbought and coming to the downside, just very similar to Bitcoin. So we need to reset the 4 hour on most of the market, all right, for CHZ. Awesome work, my man. What do you think about Luna C Terra? I don't think much about it, honestly. I think it's a waste of my time to think about it. I want to research the next hot project that's really going to change the world. I think Luna had its time, had its chance, and it blew it. You know, so now it's time to give the spotlight back to somebody else that really wants to make it shine. So I'm looking at FLUX right now as my hot coin for the year. I like FLUX a lot. The fact that 100 million are locked up, the fact that it's working, the fact that CARDANO and FLUX have something going on. I like FLUX, baby. FLUX is on the radar. It has a beautiful market cap. It's sitting where Phantom was when I first got into Phantom. So it has a lot of the essences of Phantom. It starts with an F. You never know. But so I'm seeing some movement in FLUX. It's starting to, you know, I got in it. Let's take a look at FLUX. And I usually don't, you know, of the hundreds of coins, I'm focused on FLUX. I believe it can make me the most amount of money. I got into FLUX at 60 cents. I sold it at 96. I'm looking for my re-entry point now. And it's looking like it may be here because we have resistance, 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 resistance. We're coming back to that area. We also have swing up to swing up here on the 4-hour time frame. We're also oversold with a bit of higher lows on the stochastics. We're also trending down on the RSI, which suggests that the RSI itself is in a falling wedge. I also see a bit of a shoulder, a head and a shoulder there inside of the RSI could potentially give us another move there. That's just something to think about. Lack of bearish momentum on the MACD seems to be falling off, and falling volume and falling prices with the sellers are leaving and waning. You want to look at the daily. Is the daily in your favor? It is. Flux looking ready for a move. I'm watching Flux to get back down into Flux. So I got in for, I got in at 60. I sold at 96. It did go to 119. I sold right around here, right on this level. When we got high in the Stokes, they had another one-up jump to 122. I FOMO'd a little bit, but I didn't. I held back my emotions, and I knew not to jump on in, and I said, I gotta wait. I waited for it to retrace back to the downside. It's a beautiful retracement. Let me get rid of this poll, not needed. So Flux on my radar. You have to understand is I'm watching all the coins all the time. So I know what coins are retracing back to the 618 on the daily. I know what, and those are the coins that have the highest probability of breaking out. So for $3 a day, you're going to find out what coins are retracing on the Fibonacci the most. You're going to find out what Fibonacci is. You're going to find out so much that's going to blow your mind. You're going to understand what falling volume with falling price means. What does this mean? Well, this is the volume right here, right? It's showing me how many people are buying and selling. If the price wanted to dump to the downside, that was the sellers. The sellers had momentum, right? How come the sellers are going down, 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 down? How come the sellers keep falling off? If this was strong, the seller volume would be rising while we were dumping. Let me show you a really nice dump. Here's a nice dump right here, okay? Price is dropping to the downside, but volume is rising. The sellers are gaining momentum. You see that? Sellers were gaining momentum as we started to drop. Sellers were going up, 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 up. And the sellers continued to go up as price started to drop. Sellers were in control. The volume of selling was going up as price was dropping. However, now price started to drop here. Look, now price starts to drop from this point to this point, and the sellers are dropping. How can we keep going down if you're losing the sellers? Reversal. So falling volume with falling price creates reversals. These are known concepts in trading that most people will never show you or tell you, and these are key little insights right here in the chart. There's also a hidden bullish divergence on the daily time frame. You have swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. That, my friends, is a very, very bold, high probability trade. When I see hidden bullish on a daily time frame at previous resistance, it's very likely it's going to the upside again. It could dump tomorrow and go right to zero. I didn't get paid by Flux. I don't know anyone on the Flux team. This is just me doing technical analysis. I'm a TA guy, all right? Everything I do is TA. Chart, 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 chart. If you don't spend 5 hours a day in the charts or more, you really can't be called a technical analyst. You really can't, because that means you're dabbling every couple of days and you think you know what's happening. To be an analyst, just like anything in life, to be a police officer, right? They go, to be whatever you do in life. If you want to be a professional, you got to do it every day, every single day. Even if you do it a little bit on the weekends, you still got to do it every day. Flux is still the same as Flux. Different brokerage. Thanks. I have no idea, man. That's up to you to figure out, but probably. Gonna keep saying it. Inverse head and shoulders ready to play out on the 15-minute and the 1 hour. On what coin, dude? You got to put the coin. You can't just say, What's your bookmap settings? Just the settings that they give you, man. I don't change the settings. I liquidate here. My liquidations quote currency should be, that's at 0. That should be at like 1,000, I feel like. I want to see 1,000 or more liquidations, right? 5,000. I guess you could leave out the hundreds, but it's kind of pointless. I want to see bigger liquidations. Yeah. I also downloaded the liquidation, right? You have to actually hit add, and then you have to get a jar file and put the jar file in there, all right? Once you get the jar, you got to download the jar, all right? ETH is holding strong. ETH post not working after release. And let's take a look at the DXY. Now, we talked about the DXY being the creator of the pump or the dump. Whatever happens to the DXY is going to determine our entire week, right? Now, if I could type, we could get there. I have a serious typing issue. Okay, so look, we talked about this being a double top. I went over this, but honestly, I watch Arcane Bear. I watch all these other people on BitBoy Show. You guys know we go over the dollar index every single day. Maybe there's a day or two we skip it, but we go over it basically every single day. Sunday night, Monday, Saturday night, every single day we go over this. Everyone, you guys are doing really good. You keep hitting the like button, see? And now you got 800 people here. keep hitting the like button. You gotta keep hitting it though, because right now the YouTube algorithm's doing this. It's saying I need to make advertising, so I want people to see things they want. So if you keep hitting the like button, it's gonna be like, oh, people like this. I can send this out more and make more money with it. So you gotta keep hitting the like button for me, because it's a constant movement of the algorithm. It's trying to, you gotta be progressive. You can't sit still. You gotta help me. I don't sit still. I'm gonna teach you how to move. I get so frustrated. Hit that like button, baby. I just wish I could go to your house, put your finger on the freaking mouse and be like, come on, baby. We're changing people's lives. Like, isn't that amazing? Don't you want to be a part of changing someone's life? Or do you want to sit on the sidelines and just watch people lose money and not know anything? Do you want to help people get educated, or do you want to watch people get ignorated? What do you want to do? The like button is your chance. It's your choice. It's your way to add to the movement. It's so simple. Bing. It's so simple. It's a finger. It's a touch on a mouse. It is so simple. And you can change the world. You don't have to go live like me. You don't have to put a suit and a tie on. You don't have to show up every single day. This is my 578th show without a day off or more. I think it's my 600 and some odd show without a day off. It's insanity. No days off. Imagine no days off every single day of your life for 500 days. Imagine that. Just imagine that. It seems impossible, doesn't it? Imagine live streaming every single day for over 570 days straight. Imagine it. So if you can imagine it, just hit that like button, please. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right. Smash the like button for the hardest working man in crypto. No days off, baby. Take a break, bro. No, I will not take a break. Everyone keeps saying take a break. You know why I won't take a break? Because everybody else does. I don't do what everybody else does. I never will, and I never have. That's why I'm the crypto lifer, baby. Woo! So look, we talked about not being able to get above this double top. We talked about the giant double top here. I had my green zone. You know you love my green zones. My green zones are the have-to areas. We must break above that green zone. If we cannot, we're going to the downside. SWINGBY, are trading bots worth it? I don't use trading bots heavily. I think they can catch you off if you don't know how to use them. Trading bot is a whole profession. You have to be a trading bot professor. Like, you have to know your bots, tweak your bots, try a bot, try another bot, spend 5 days, right why a bot worked, right why another bot worked, then sick a bot on a bullish trend. You have to know your trends. You have to turn the bot off when the trend changes. You got to know a lot more than just flipping a bot. People think a bot's just going to do most of the work, and they end up losing a lot of money. I know a lot more about botting than most people realize, and that's why I don't do it that much, because I know it's going to take all my time to be good at it. So I'm good at swing trading manually, right? That's what I consider my expertise. So once I get into bot trading, I'm going to take if I get into bot trading, I probably won't be able to call Bitcoin that well, because I'll be up all night programming my bots, working on bots. People don't realize that everything in life is a niche. If you want to get good at anything in life, you want to be 100% focused at it. So if you're going to be a bot guy, you got to go 100% into bots and spend every day on bots and become the best bot dude in the world. That's not me. There's probably a guy out there on YouTube right now who's the bot master. That's your man. You know what I mean? I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm an expert at. And I know what I'm not an expert at. I am not a bot expert. I can become one, but it will take a lot of my time. I won't be able to watch Bitcoin as closely. I am a Bitcoin analyst and an altcoin analyst. I go over a market analyst. I go over the market every single day of my life. That is my goal. That is my niche. That is my focus. All right? That's why people care to even listen to what I have to say, because of the time that I spent doing it. People respect the time. They say, you know what? I don't know much about this crypto lifer guy, but I've seen him live for 500 days straight. And you know what? He must learn something after all that. He must know a little more than the other guy. So that's the idea behind the work ethic, right? So the dollar index, beautiful. Dumping on the 1 hour time frame with Bitcoin. Beautiful. But Bitcoin could flip back. We're going to look at the ES1 too. This is what we wanted though. Look, an M pattern double top, right? And we wanted the bigger M pattern here. And we said and I kept saying, if the dollar gets above my green zone, it's not going to be a good look for Bitcoin at all. And so far, we breached yesterday, and it started to look like we were going to do some damage, and we peaked out. But look, I found bearish divvy here. I found bearish divvy on the show last night, if you remember correctly. Swing up to swing up, swing down. And I said, that's bearish divergence. Beautiful. Then we came up for another, and this could be Bitcoin's double bottom here at 24K, right? 24,300 area. So we've double topped on the Dow, on the dollar index. That should give us a dump here. That should help the S&P. That should help the Dow Jones. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So now I will change my tune if we somehow rip back up and get above this, I will change my tune. But right now, measured move of this head and shoulder of this double top is 106.86.6. So let's see this. Let's let the games continue. I want to see us dump here and come down here on the double top for the dollar index. A good sign that we didn't breach my green area. Had we breached my green area, I would have been out here today being like, everybody, we probably got a short, you know? Am I short or long Bitcoin right now? 4 hours telling me to be short, but I'm watching the time frames first. I'd much rather play the retest out of that bigger channel. I'd rather concentrate on becoming an expert in TA than bot trading. Listen, everybody, you follow people that have become successful, you learn what they did, and you try to replicate it. That's what I did. I watched YouTubers. I said, YouTuber makes people successful. Everyone on YouTube's successful, so I should be on YouTube. Okay, so I watched that, right? Then I watched people. I was like, well, people who trade tend to make a lot of money, then I should learn trading. So I did that, right? Then I said, well, people that are investors learn how to save their money by getting in the right asset at the right time. So I watched Mike Maloney. I started buying gold and silver. I did that. I found someone that had more knowledge than me, and I gravitated towards them. That's how you become successful. You watch them and you study them very, very closely. I studied every YouTuber for years. I watched what they did. I watched how they advertised. I watched how their live streams went. I studied, and then I went all the way, baby. So, if you're here watching me now, you're doing the same thing I was doing. You found someone on YouTube that you like, with good vibes, good energy, that seems, that you know, that's successful. I'm successful. Like, I have all my bills paid. I am not in debt. I do not work for anybody. And I basically have all my needs met. All my needs met. You know, my daughter can go to any school she wants. My wife is happy. My kids are happy, right? I get to dress nicely. Like, so now it's at that point where I'm like, let's help other people get there. Let's help other people change their life. So I opened a school. I charge $99 a month. I think that's a fair price for the amount of knowledge that I provide. You know what I mean? And I know I joined a trading school and it changed my life. So if that's what I did to change, that's the only thing I can do. I'm an upfront, honest person. I joined a trading group. The trading group changed my life. Now, I found other concepts that I wanted to teach in that trading group, but I couldn't. My personality was too big for that trading group. It wasn't going to work in there. And I saw that before I rustled feathers, so I silently withdrew and started my own trading group because I didn't want to rustle anybody's feathers because I was teaching outer mind concepts that they weren't teaching in that trading group. So it was, nobody's different. No one's going to run the trading group exactly the same way you do it. You get it? So the idea behind this is I provided the same product that got me where I'm at today. I was sitting at work one day, looking at the screens, just like you. I was like, who's on YouTube that can help me? Where can I find the knowledge? Right? So, and I got that knowledge, and now I'm here. 5 years later, I jumped into a trading group in 2017 in April. So, you know what I'm saying? 5 years later, here I am. So if you have a 4 to 5 year goal, you can become very successful and you can change your life. And if I did it, then you can do it. Keep hitting that like button, everybody. You're doing amazing. Trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers. You people did amazing today, though. You really did. 738 likes. Unbelievable. The energy, the vibe, the feeling. I'm just so excited to be here with each and every one of you to watch this channel go to 100,000, 1 million, all the way to the top, baby! I just love the energy, man, and it's each and every one of you that gives it to me every single day. All in Dome, baby. All in on Dome. You're all in on Dome? I thought about that yesterday. I don't know, man. Look at the channel grow. Congratulations. Like, share. Look at the channel grow. Thank you so much. Guys, trust me, I am in the trading group, and everyone jumps to help you, and he has a learning library with so much information that it would take you a while to go over. It is 1,000% worth it, 1,000,000% worth it. That's what he just said. Check out Unify Rising Wedge. Lifer, let's effing go, baby. And we're going to make a bunch of money in the next bull run. Things that I'm buying on the low right now are going to blow to the upside. The flux that I'm stacking away right now, I hold that for a few years. And again, I don't tell anyone what to do, right? I just do me. You know what I mean? I like what you said, Sam. Sam is giving you. Join the 99 will absolutely delight you. If you like what Sam has given you, join the 99. It will absolutely delight you. AKA Tronic. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Who needs college when you have the lifer? That's what I'm saying. You know what? You're more likely to start your own college. You're more likely to get so rich that you start your own college becoming a lifer than going to college. I think there's a higher probability you become a multimillionaire with crypto than going to college. Hands down. Do the math, you know? But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say you should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Also, no one wants to be around the nonsense, the back and forth, right? We don't have time for that. We need to focus our energy to learn and to benefit ourselves. So this place is a beautiful place, free of profanity, free of hate. Look, there's not one hater in this chat. It's all love today, all love. We don't even get attacked anymore by the haters because they have to watch me talk about love all day. And you know what? When you talk about love 24/7, negative people don't want to be around you. Only beautiful people will be around you. When you project love and positivity every second of the day, when you raise your frequency to such a high place, negative people just won't be able to handle you. They won't be around you. They'll see you coming from a mile away and they'll be like, you know what? I can't handle this positivity. So it's a force field. It creates a force field and it attracts the greatest people into your life. And then you don't have to deal with the nonsense and the ups and downs and the people that are complaining. And you just get to move forward and be progressive and just really break through. So, you create your reality by your energy. Your energy attracts the right people into your life. You create the right environment with the right people. You can do anything in your life because they're going to be positive. They're going to be reinforcing. You got a text one day. Hey, I remember you talking about that dream you wanted. Are you accomplishing it? A good friend will remind you of a task that you wanted to accomplish. A good friend will text you, say, hey, remember that day you said you wanted to do this? Have you done it yet? Have you started that project you told me you really wanted to work on? A good friend will be there for you. A good friend will remind you who you want to be. You know? So when you have good people in your life, it's way easier to accomplish your goals because they're there to help you. They'll remind you, they'll call you one day, hey, what were you doing with that the other day? So SWINGBY to me is now in a descending triangle. All right? That's a bearish pattern right now. I'll rework the pattern. Right now we did enter here and the trade didn't go well. It went down. We nailed it for 40% gains recently and then it went down. Is it going to pop again? Let's take a look. Let's redraw the scenario. I'd probably move on if you're hanging out on SWINGBY all day long, but we'll take a look. First thing you want to do is you want to take a Fibonacci from the bottom left of the impulse to the top right of the wick. And you want to take wick to wick. And you can see we are at the 706, which is an exceptional place to jump on in. All right. And you're in this falling wedge, which could break up 68% of the time. Okay. Instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy to what you can create. That dating bot took the love thing too far. LOL, adult. You guys are silly. You guys are so funny. Let's help the algo. Shout out to Jacob L. I appreciate you doing that. Let's help the algo as he adds more words. You're right. Love the energy. SHIB looks good TA-wise. Can you take a gander, please? Is that 3 rising valleys? Thank you for saying that. Shout out to the crypto clan in the game. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in at 862 people on the live, 780 likes. Wow. 120 people still, or less than about 80 people keep hitting that like button, and we will push. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We get the 11:30 crackdown every day at 11:30. They tend to do something funky, you know. BOOKMAP's really just kind of sparsing the volume out sideways. 21,004. We're the same place we were yesterday. Bitcoin has been sideways for 2 days now. Sideways. I'm going to close BOOKMAP because sometimes it takes away from what's happening. I'll open it back up if I need it. I usually have it open all day long on my computer though. Okay, so you got to look at the DXY, which we do see is dumping, which is nice. So far it got resistance at the double top. We'll keep looking at it every few days. I'll keep looking at it tonight and we'll reassess the situation and make sure that it continues to go in the direction that we want it to go. Skinny ties. You got to love the skinny tie. Skinny tie. I feel good in gray, baby. Gray and blue, Rodney, every single time, baby. You see how I rock it. It's always gray and blue, or a shade of gray, or a shade of blue, or a shade of gray and blue. That's stupid. All right, so when you laugh at your own jokes, what does that mean about you? So look, and again, how could we have tell this was going to happen? Well, the daily was overbought. The daily said no way. So had you just played the daily, you would have gotten on at this high, and then you would wait for the daily to reset. Simple as that. So we are at the 706. This is interesting. And the daily does want to move. I wouldn't be surprised if we did get a push-up off this area. Oversold in the golden pocket. That's usually where you get some love. All right. Oversold in the golden pocket right now for SWINGBY. All right. And there's a lesson too. We try to tweak out on the 4 hour and the daily wouldn't let us. Sometimes you can though. That's the problem, is sometimes you can. You're better off just, and what am I explaining? I'm meaning the daily will be like somewhat in the middle, but the 4 hour want to rip on you. See, the 4 hour really wanted to pump here. See, you get it. You got a bit of a pump though. You did. You went from 363 all the way to 45. That ain't bad, you know. But even right here, you little pump. Like right here. So right here, we're expecting a pump and we didn't get it. You see, the daily was trending down, but I've seen it happen anyway. The idea is just to don't trade against the daily anyway, and you'll have less risky trades. It means you are your own comedian. Why go to a comedy show when you can be your own show? Lifer team are amazing people. They're always helpful in the group. I've never experienced such a nice community. Well, because I created it. And I created it. It's funny. I created a nice community with an iron fist. How weird is that? But no, I demanded positive energy. I created such an influential energy that if you get attracted into this group, you get attracted through positivity. And once you're in the group, you already know the vibes. The second someone's weird in that group, it's weird. Like, someone will join our group, right? And then one day, like, someone will say something to them, and like, dude, are you attacking me in the group? Like, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And I'll be like, whoa. Like, this person's bringing some strange energy into the group. Happens like once a month, though. It's really rare. I usually DM them and I say, hey, man, your energy's really weird. I love you. Or I don't even say that. I really don't say that. But I say, hey, is there any problem? What's going on? I try to, like, agree with whatever got them upset. But then I say, come on, man, we got to keep the vibe up. Like, we got to keep the vibe up, you know? I just, my biggest pet peeve is low vibes. People complaining about things that are just pointless. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Like, let's focus as a group to really change our lives together. We can do that. I know we can. I do it. I've been doing it for years. I was in another trading group. We ran it from 400 to 4,000 people. So I've seen trading groups expand and grow like you've never believed. Bitcoin 1 week bullish divergence. Started from 2020 if you check. I see it on the 2 week chart. Yes. Jacob L. Thank you for saying that. So SWINGBY is on the radar in the golden pocket. I would like to see tighter moving averages in, you know, personally. 3-day does want to come on down. 22 hours has legs. 4 hours oversold. 1 hour's ready to go. 15-minute is moving sideways. So, yeah, I mean, I like SWINGBY on the daily now because it's retraced so well. It's also a cup and handle. See, that's a cup and handle. Also resistance, and it's bouncing off previous support. If it misses that, it's going to drop right here or to this POC. So it might even come back a little lower and double bottom, right? So you're still trading some high risk here because you don't have a lot of support, but you do. You do have resistance here and you're bouncing. Resistance. Previous resistance becomes new support. That is called support and resistance, SR flipping. You're likely even just to get rejected by the 200-day. So if I saw the 200 coming in, that's where I would be taking some profits if this does break to the upside. SWINGBY on the radar. Falling volume with falling price. I appreciate you putting that out there. It didn't get stopped out yet, too. It's still above the stop loss of the previous trade, technically speaking. So trade's still open, even though it didn't go well perfectly, but the trade's still open. The risk did not get taken out at the present moment in time. So we will go from there, right? Oh, man, don't say that, man. This guy, man. Yikes. I can't believe what this just said in the trading group. I almost shouldn't repeat it. But he goes, KuCoin drives me crazy. Why, you ask? Fees, spread, and robot-only customer service. But it's the best I have for now, just like my wife. Yo, come on, man. Give her some credit. Oh, man. I just... Yo. Fees are a tax write-off. I like that he said that, too. Oh, Zoom meetings stink. LOL. At least work ones do, too. You're funny, man. Can we have the hairstyle from yesterday? Up and bunk? You're funny. That you guys got to catch it at the very beginning of the live. Dang, I know. He put his wife down, man. How is he going to put his wife down? You put your wife down, you put yourself down. That's the person you met for the rest of your life, man. I just hope he's not offended. We're just making a joke. Doro looking tight, low on the 15 and the 1 hour. Just waiting on the 4 hour. Please, you're funny. Lifer, please advise. I started with 30K. I now have 3K. It was my first experience. Any advice to recover in 2 to 3 years? Get education. I would get the education. I would show up every day on my live stream and get the education. Think about it. You lost $27,000. Had you joined my trading group, it would have cost you $1,000 for the year. And now we're giving the beginner's course for that. We used to actually throw that on. So now for $970 a year, you would have gotten the beginner's course and hundreds of people at your beck and call willing to help you at any moment in time. Where you could have asked all types of questions at any moment. But instead, you treated, but again, you went on your own, you tried something and you lost $27,000. It's okay. It's okay. You know what? You gained so much losing that $27,000 because you learned your lessons. And yeah, it may hurt right now, but 10, 20 years from now, if I hope you make it, and you'll laugh about $27,000. You'll be like, yeah, $27,000 drop in a bucket. You know what I mean? We all should become so wealthy that $27,000 is like $1 to us. We should. Every one of us should be able to accomplish our dreams and go to some of the highest heights that we ever thought possible. I don't see why we can't. I've never even seen that much money in my life. Not financial advice here. Even 1,000 ADA right now will probably be 10K by the next bull run. Just thought of that. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you don't think Cardano will 10K in the next 4 years? One of the smartest people in the world, working one of the best technologies. He's implemented himself in Nigeria and in Africa, which has the strongest growth in cryptocurrency projected in the next 10 to 15 years. He's all over it. $5 trillion of liquidity already talked about with the heads of state. Cardano is in there like swimwear. I got a video about this. Look, Cardano. I hope our Cardano in Africa, let me see. $100 trillion coming. Cardano, easy 100x. I would highly suggest you watch this movie. Yes, it was 2020, right? Cardano did numbers after this too. It did numbers. It went to 3 beans, But this video will be amazing. And just watch how I progressed. 112 likes. Look, we got that before I even show up now. It's amazing how life can change if you work hard. Everything I got was from hard work, baby. Nothing was free. You know what I'm saying? I may have got some help along the way, but I only got help because I worked hard. You know what I mean? God helps those that help themselves. That's an old Irish saying that I've heard in my household many, many times. So, yeah. So look at, can the short squeeze breach? We tried so hard, but we couldn't get above it. 21,565 Bitcoin. Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it, Bitcoin? Are you going to do it? And it's kind of funny. Look, the flag may eventually play out to the upside. On this 15-minute, it's fighting it. We got above the POC. That's a big deal. That's actually a big deal. See the red line POC right there, the point of control? Or it was if you had less liquidity. Let me put all the liquidity there. Why does this change? It changes with how much you have on the screen. If you got more bars on the screen, it's going to show you your range. So look, that's a POC right there sticking out. We basically hit it and bounced off of it. It's a really good sign. When you bounce off a POC, you usually go to the next one. Where's our next high volume node? All the way back up in there because we don't have any liquidity up into there. Are we going all the way back to 23,000? You'd be surprised because there's not a lot of resistance here. We breach this line. We get above 21,008 and we start to hold up there. We could definitely breach to this high volume node right here. Look, we could hit 23K. So now I'm eyeing 23K, But again, we got to get the candle close above 21,800 like I suggested, or we ain't going noswhere. We going noswhere, baby. Nowheres. So bulls must close a 4-hour or daily candle above 21,800 to remain bullish, and I stick to that. All right. So we've gone over the dollar index. We've gone over the Dow Jones. We've gone over Bitcoin. We've gone over ES1. I don't think so yet. The S&P 500. So look, what do we see happening for the S&P? Well, we found bullish divergence on the 15. Swing, here's your swing low, there's your swing low. You draw that, it's a downward trajectory. Here's your swing low, here's your swing low. You draw that, that's an upward trajectory. We should have got a bounce. We did get the bounce. However, we now have resistance at 42 and a node sticking out there trying to stop us. We just breached it though, which is great. Looks like we're headed up here to the next node, our next resistance point, which is 41.59. All right. This falling wedge was supposed to break to the upside. It eventually did, but we have heavy resistance here at this yellow bar at 4150, the 50 region. If the S&P can't get above 4150, we're in some trouble. The dollar index dumping is suggesting that we will get this move. See, this is the dollar index right now. I want to show you this. See, double bottom. If we flip this upside down, that was the dollar index double topping. You see? This stuff is directly correlated, and you can see it in the charts. The charts will blow your mind if you really start getting deep like I am. I will show you so much that you would never have thought possible. Your brain will change. And if your brain changes, your thought process will change. And if your thought process changes, you will change. And if you change, you can change the world, baby. And if you find out how to change yourself, then you can change other people too. You can help other people figure out how to change. I reprogrammed my subconscious mind. I used to work a 9 to 5 and 7 to 3. I did a night shift from 7 to 3, even worse than a 9 to 5. I worked a night shift. I did some things many people never did. I was on the outskirts of society. I used to go to my night shift. I wouldn't wear nice clothes. No one saw me. I wore the same jeans and the same hoodie every single night for 6 years straight. It was fun because I didn't really have to buy clothes. Like, I was a night guy. Like, no one really watched me. I didn't care about fashion. I didn't buy Express. I didn't buy collared shirts. I didn't do dry cleaning for over 7 years of my life. I didn't go to one dry cleaner. There was just maybe one time when I had a wedding to go to. I wore the same socks, and not the same socks, but the same jeans for 4 or 5 days straight. And what did I do? I bought Bitcoin, baby. Now look at me, baby. Now look at me, baby. Yeah, baby. Hey, this guy used to work a night shift. This guy. I now stay at a Holiday Inn every night of my life. They did good with that. That stuck with people. That was a great advertisement because that advertisement continues to pay, So look, that's a rising wedge. Rising wedges do break down 68% of the time. This is just like Bitcoin, where Bitcoin's at that range. So just like Bitcoin's, we need a breach. We need a breakthrough. Bitcoin's overbought on the 15, but trying to get above a resistance point at 21,600 or trying to get around 4,150. We break that, then things could change and we get above this node. So this is a big deal right here. S&P may come back down. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is also getting overbought, suggesting, just like Bitcoin, that you're just kind of breached. You don't have the guns to go all the way. Now, you did break this falling wedge to the upside, all right? But the 1 hour suggests that we just need to find one more support zone before we bounce. The 4 hour was looking bullish yesterday. I remember that. And we did get a beautiful bounce on the 4 hour. We're at resistance now. You can clearly see this is resistance because the two candles couldn't get by it. This candle couldn't get by it, and we bounce. Previous support, so that was support. Resistance there. Previous support becomes new resistance. This is support and resistance. Please understand this. Here's resistance now. We're at resistance again for the S&P, which, is going to stall Bitcoin out. Time to close the 3S shorts. Too much sideways. I know we can. CryptoLifer, I worked both second and third shift for 5 years. Been in crypto since February 21 and will join the 99 this winter, baby. I just lost 67,000 in Terra Luna and my wife left me. My kids dislike me and now I'm broke. What do I do? Why did your wife leave you? Because you lost money. If she loves you for who you are, then she's got to realize that she's got to come back and give those kids a good life. Just because you probably didn't tell her you were doing it, and then you lost the money, and so you were not truthful to her. That maybe you're leaving some parts of the story out here. Did she know you put the money in? Were you guys working towards a goal and you stashed it behind her back thinking you were going to be the man? See, this is what happens is the guy doesn't tell his wife because he has this plan. I'm going to show her with all this money and she's never going to know about it. Then he loses the money and he doesn't want to tell her, right? Then at one point she's going to ask for something and he can't pay for it. And he's going to have to tell her, hey, honey, I had this dream. And that happens to a lot of marriages. And the woman goes crazy because she looks at him and she goes, what are you doing? Like, why didn't you ask me first? Like, this is a unit. We're a marriage. We're supposed to be together here. So I feel like you may or may not have left some parts of the story out. I feel horrible that your kids don't like you right now. You can change that by being a loving, beautiful person. They will love you if you're loving and beautiful. However, it's not loving and beautiful to take money behind your wife's back. Not saying you did that. I'm just saying that, would you mind checking labs, please, and thank you. I will. Thank you so much, Zach Sanchez, for the 333. I'm sure in the future joining the 99 will be one of the smartest decisions I ever made. With the knowledge I will be able to learn there, I will be able to accomplish whatever I put my mind to. I truly agree. You went from night shift to 24/7 on crypto, baby. Exactly. Super chats, waves, Shiba, Filecoin, DCR for ETH on KuCoin, and Labs. Shout out to Dustin Calva holding it down. Thank you, Dustin, for all the hard work you've been putting in with my crew. I really appreciate that. 67,000, shaking my head. Wow. At least you still got your job down at 7-Eleven, so you got that going on. Come on, man. That's not funny, man. It was funny to me, but I don't want to laugh. You know, don't put me in position to laugh. Jeez. Lando, a lot of people lost money. I wouldn't say he messed up. I'm down 170,000. This guy said, hey, I lost all my ETH in Celsius. My husband said it's okay. You can always start again. He's too good. Hey, man, he helped you, man. Me and the best wingman, unstoppable Holiday Inn beach regs. We needed to change rooms on floors, different days, one trip. So the last spring, girls didn't find us. God bless you, brother. Join the 99. It was well worth the money and the knowledge. Thank you so much for saying that. It's well worth the money and the knowledge. Thank you for saying that. Bitcoin long or short, sideways. I paper lost a new Bentley in 3 months. I just keep on stacking. What do you think about Altura? I like what they are doing besides what the influences did with it. I like Altura. I got into Altura. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they got put on my radar by Alex Becker and those other people, and I believed it was going to be a great project. I bought a little high. I'm heavily underwater in that project. I'm holding it on a MetaMask just for long-term hold. I'm down 120,000. Bitcoin long or short. Okay. You sound like a sports commentator. That's the point, baby. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you lose, the first question is to ask, whatever you lose, the first question is to ask why. You got to know what you did wrong and learn from it. Failure is part of the journey to success. It truly is. Your failures make your successes. Without failures, you will never succeed, right? Link for the 99. You're funny. Link for the 99? Oh yeah, it's below every single video. It's below every single video. Easy peasy. Shout out to the 878 people watching on the live. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. So look, you come right here. Join the trading group, very simply put, and I will pin it here. It should be pinned every day. It's another thing that I mess up. I got to do a better job at advertising. I really do. There's so many more things I could be doing. And if anyone out there, if you know how to grow a channel, how to move things, if you have any ideas, we are open-minded and willing to take any ideas. You can jump in on a Zoom with us, and you may just say, hey, I just want to brainstorm with you guys. I don't want any money. I just want to show you what I know. If there's any knowledge out there to be had, I would like to groom it. I would like to comb it out of these live streams. So if you're out there and you have an idea of how to bring this stream to 1,600 watchers, and you think you really know and you believe in me, jump on into my team. I would love to have you. I'm looking for hungry lifers that really, I want someone that wants to work 7 days a week like a savage. All right? Are you out there? I use my guitar case as a pillow, strung out on meth. I came up from there, so anything is possible. Be thankful from what you have and don't focus on what you don't have. Dust yourself off. Exactly. Just keep focusing on what you have and you get more. The second you look at lack, you will get more lack. The main thing I learned is to take profits along the way up and learn to control my emotions and do not be greedy. I'm up. It's okay to take money off the table and not be greedy. If I'm up, yeah, exactly. 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 That would be my chap. That would be me, chap. Piff, I work 7 days a week. Send an email to the team. If you did before, send another one. And let's get you going. Shout out to Gina Bombina. OMG, my heart. We love you, Gina. We love you. We love you, Gina. Like, we love you so much. You know that, right? And this is why you got to go to Crypto Nymphoze. 91 subs? Like, hold up. I better see that number change right now. I better see that number change. 117. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Woo! Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate that. That was very nice. Let's keep doing that. Let's keep doing that. I got some knowledge on day trading. If you buy Bitcoin at 5 and 5:30 a.m. and sell 7:30 a.m., 90% of the time is profits. It's funny you say that. I've noticed that. I've noticed waking up at 5 a.m. has been it's made it really easy to trade. When I wake up at 4:45 and I start scanning the markets, I start taking money out of the market by 8, 9 in the morning, and it's kind of done. It's pretty awesome. I'm willing to work 2 hours a day, once a week. I'm also not very smart or motivated, but I will try hardish. Hey, backpacker, what time zone? Eastern Standard Time, New York City, baby. Eastern Standard Time, New York City time. So look, now we look at the total market cap. All right? No, we're going to show you all the information you need here on the channel. All right? Look at the total market cap. Look at this. And we love the crypto women here. I have a twin sister. I have 2 daughters. I grew up with 2 sisters, right? I have a twin sister, like I just said. So if anyone is more partial to the ladies, and not in the way that most men are, to just the growth, the pure growth of the ladies and the pure love of the ladies, it comes from the lifers, baby. And this group is not one sex, not one race. We are from all around the world. Watch this. Everybody, where are you from? Watch this. We're going to ask roll call. Everybody, where are you from in the world? We're going to take a look at Waves, Shiba, Filecoin, DCR for ETH, and Labs. Get ready for these super chats. They coming in, baby. Shout out to the $60.94 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. Losses many times come from trading without a teacher and a mentor. Lifer teaches everything that he had learned that made him a success. He is a calm and focused teacher. Beginner's course is the way. There you go, man. And every single week, everyone, I have a beginner's course. Every single week I teach it without fail. And some days I take off. I've taken off like once or 2 weeks. You know, that's my vacation. My vacation is when I just take off doing the class, but I still live stream every single day. I live stream on Christmas. I live stream on Thanksgiving. You can go watch them. Go type in those days. I live stream when my wife was giving birth. I was actually in the hospital room. I said, I can't do this now. She said, it's going to take two hours for the drugs to kick in anyway. You might as well do what you love. Nurses are coming in. I'm sitting there live streaming crypto on a laptop inside of the hospital Wi-Fi. I'm dead serious. I have not taken days off since my daughter was born, man. I decided that I was going to do this for 5 years straight until we made $1 billion. We're going to make $10 billion. We're going to give away 9. It makes more sense now if you keep coming. When you first heard me say that, you were like, now you're like, dude, he's going to make $10 billion. Like, I guarantee the guy does. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? You know, you're going to do it too. You're going to help me do it. Together, we're going to change the world. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited. I hope you are too. So look, resistance, bit of move here, bit of move here. We had a POC that we came down and we bounced off of. So clearly at 999, we bounced. We're back above $1 trillion. This is a big deal for the market cap of cryptocurrency. This is a rising wedge. All right. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Bitcoin already broke its rising wedge. This has not. See? Difference. There's a difference between Bitcoin and the total market cap. Right now, the total market cap is holding the point of control very, very nicely here. You see, it bounced off 9999999. A lot of people felt like that $1 trillion was a big deal. So my idea is this: we do not want to see an M here at rejection. It's looking like it's happening on the 4-hour. We would need the 4-hour to do some miraculous move above here. If it comes back down and makes a bounce. It's a car. She's in a car, everybody. She even has a license plate. 3624. Beep. Hey, want me to bring, I think I can, if I bring, wait, hold on. Everybody, my kid's here. I love my kid. I have a stand-up desk. I'm going to lower it. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. She got a car here, everyone. I'm lowering the stand-up desk. She's in a car. All right? Now, once you drive on out of here, I got to keep the show going, all right? I love stand-up desks. Get your stand-up desk today from Uplift. I'm telling you right now, I did spend like $1,800 on my desk, but again, I use it every single day. I absolutely love it. I got the bamboo wood. You will absolutely love it too. Shout out to the beautiful people at Uplift. I wouldn't mind promoting your project, your products. Uplift.com, I believe it's called, or Uplift. I never can spell. But if you're gonna trade like me, you're going to be doing it all the time, all right? And if you're doing it all the time, then you want a stand-up desk, all right? Stand-up desk will change your life. Right now, I'm standing up. I'm not sitting at my desk like I was for 3 weeks on vacation, okay? But check it out. Save up to $200 with store-wide coupons, Summer 100. And look, they're doing it, and look, that's beautiful. I got rubber wood. Looks really nice, you know? Rubber wood is a real wood, too. It's not fake wood. Comes from, like, the rubber tree or something. But look, rubber wood. The pros and cons of using rubber wood is actually a medium density hardwood that is produced by harvesting the power of rubber tree. So it's really good. It's a good wood. You know what I mean? It's actually really pretty. The mahogany and all that was back ordered, you know? So anyway, total market cap. We now have, you know, we bounced here, so we have nice support here. We have shown support at 99999. Had we broken $1 trillion, that would have been sketchy. And so we were about to break out of this falling wedge and make a double bottom maybe or something. But we didn't. We breached and we pushed out. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour. So everything's kind of in a holding pattern here. And just like Bitcoin, we're at resistance. So what we want this to kind of go sideways and break out parabolically. We don't want to go below $1 trillion. You go below $1 trillion, that's going to change the story. So see how everyone's telling you I see a bunch of YouTubers saying we're going lower. We're going to go to 10K. I believe we're going. I say, I don't do that. I don't know where we're going. I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. What if there's hyperinflation and something happens insane and a whole country just starts having to buy Bitcoin in the next 2 or 3 weeks because their economy goes to down the tubes and Bitcoin just skyrockets past 30K? That's a possibility because of what Bitcoin does for the rest of the world. You see, Bitcoin is not the S&P. Bitcoin is not a stock. Bitcoin is something completely different in and of itself. You see what I'm saying? You got to look at the total market cap every single time you're looking at the markets. It's extremely important. You look at the total market cap. All right? Extremely, extremely important. All right? And you can go any YouTuber, any channel you want. But most YouTubers are just going to be doing this. Blah, 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 blah. And yes, I showed you about a stand-up desk. I might talk a little bit about it. I'm trying to make the show a little personable. But 90% of the time, I'm giving you data. 90% of the time, I'm going over chart. 90% of the time, I'm teaching you something. Not just running my mouth. I'm using my mouth to teach. I don't want to waste my time. I wasted my mouth on many things for many years. I don't want to do it anymore. So look, possible 5% in the market cap, that would bring boom. And the fact that you got above a POC, you usually go to the next one. And so we broke above this. I mean, in general, you usually head to the next big area. Our next high volume node is right here at 1.09 trillion. That would take Bitcoin back to 23,000. So this rising wedge could break up parabolically. It doesn't look that good on the 4 hour, but it looks amazing on the daily. So we're getting a move on the daily, and I like what's going on. And we broke a POC on the 4 hour time frame. This is somewhat bullish for the markets. Now, I'll change my tune. We're going to watch it very closely. We have to stay inside this pattern. So you see, so if this breaches and does a bearish retest, we're going down back to 979 billion. I'm super happy we're back above $1 trillion. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. All right. It's a big deal. Another thing that I want to talk about that no one else talks about. All right. Everyone talks about going to the weekly chart on Bitcoin and talking about how we're in a bear market when we go below the 200-day moving average, right? But look at this. We never went below it on the total market cap. And that's interesting that no one's ever really discussed yet. The 200 weekly is the bottom on, you know, in most markets. Total too. Look, total, we breach a little bit, but we usually don't go much lower. Okay? And that tends to be the bottom. And here, we hit the bottom right here, and we wicked a little lower. I mean, to me, that's your bottom at $846 billion. Where does the rest of the world going to go and take their money? Like me, I put tons of money in the last 4 years. Whether I'm up or down, you think I'm taking that money out now? What's the point? What is the point? Even if we go all the way down right now to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like what I got in. I've been in for 5 years, some of them even longer. I'm going to keep it in there. I get no respect. So the idea is this. I think a lot of people think like that. And so I don't think you're going to get panic selling as much as you think, even if we get down here to 883 billion. Now, I'm not saying we can't go lower, and I don't know. I'm open-minded, but just an idea that, you know, that's also a hard idea that could be our bottom because, yes, Bitcoin's struggling with the simple MA, the SMA on the 200 on the weekly, but the total market cap isn't. Total cap making a higher high. That's a low, that's a high, that's a higher low. Now we just need to put in a higher high. Total market cap put in a higher high. All right. So weekly doesn't look good, but I showed you that the weekly could do damage. And just because it's doing that doesn't mean it's going to take us all the way down. But, you know, we have to heed it. Right now, I'm going to play the daily like the daily needs to be played. So right now, the daily, and go back in time. Every time the daily was below the dotted line on the stochastics and you longed Bitcoin, how did it play out for you? And let's take a look, and we can go back. We'll go back to this one point here. Because look, I'm showing you what I believe will happen, and then I'm going to show you the probability of why I believe that. See, everything that I show, I can show and prove. I've backtested it, so I have, and so I know how to show you the backtest because I've spent years doing that. So look, we'll start back here at number 1. Right here, daily was getting low near the dotted line. perfect buy for Bitcoin for the for total market cap at what 1.64, and it would go up a beautiful like $500 billion, $400 billion to 2 trillion. Okay. Next time we were right here, and we would breach all the way back from 164 back up to 193, another $300 billion, right? It's a big deal. Here we're low again, and we boom, 1.68 all the way to 2.16. I mean, dang near almost a trillion, right? It's like 3/4 trillion. So now that's 1, 2, 3 in a row, low stochastics on the daily. Here we have low on the daily, and we went from 179 all the way to 192. $200 billion came in the market. Once we got high, you have to get out, so you breach. Here again, we got low. And I'm not saying it means it's going to go up forever, but I am saying that it's usually a good swing play. And look, that was a move there. Here we got low. That was a move there. Here we started breaching less low. Like we started making this like middle. I got to put a line here because we started bouncing and never getting low. But that was a buy. What we did there is we switched to the 22-hour and we just used the 22-hour below the line. And we found that's what they were doing for whatever reason. The 22-hour was front running the daily and not letting the daily get low. So had you made trades whenever the 22-hour got low, it was a good look. Right there, right there, right there, right there. And that coincides with the daily too, except on a few occasions. So this is showing you that if you would open up the long there on that nasty bottom, I mean, you would be up. 969, already $300 billion came into the market. All right. So I'm showing you signs of there's some macro signs that we are showing some bullishness in the space. All right. And a lot of people don't want to heed it because they're looking at all these other worldly ideas instead of just looking at the charts. Show me the charts and I will show you the news. Okay. Show me the charts. And thank you for everyone staying here. 900 likes on the live. You people are awesome. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling great. And you know what? We don't need to watch channels where people are arguing, wilding out, just doing strange things. We want to stay focused and positive. Positive energy is the key. Being in a positive space is the key. God will always place you where you need to be. If you think an opportunity got taken from you, is really God just protecting you? Understand that concept. So look at the Bitcoin short here on the 1 hour time frame. It suggests it's going to pop to the upside. Bit of a double bottom there, and it's getting tighter and tighter. If I had to make a play, it would be the Bitcoin short, right? That looks very nice right now. So if I was going to play anything, it would be the Bitcoin short, But we could even just go sideways, and then this could Bart Simpson. So you might just see this go. So if this comes all the way up, and that's why I love stochastics RSI. More than likely, they'll reset. If we just go sideways and reset, it's going to dump a Bart Simpson. Otherwise, price action will move up with it. So you watch the movement of the RSI, of the stochastics RSI to gauge price action. I also like to buy the bottoms of the patterns when the RSI is below the dotted line. Right there, right there, right there, right there. I found the stochastics RSI creates that pattern, all right? So much information at any given moment in time to really get you where you need to be, okay? Let's jump back into the super chats. We're going to look at Waves, Shiba, Filecoin, and DCR, all right? But the Bitcoin short does look more probable based on the 1 hour time frame and based on the 15-minute. Likely that the short's going to play out, and the 15 minutes going to give you your entry soon in the next 10-20 minutes, in my humble opinion. We tried to play this yesterday, the same idea, and we got a move. We got 5%. See, we got 5% gains. So it's not that we didn't lose. We got 5% gains, and when the Stokes got high, it was time to get out. It made you 5%. Wasn't amazing. Wasn't, oh my gosh, but it paid the bills, and it didn't. The thing is to have more capital. Anytime you have more capital, I don't care if it's $1 more, you're doing good. Always be positive. If you have more capital than you had before, that's a win, baby. That's a win. Never look like it. Never, that trade went up and I sold too early. Who cares? You have more capital than you had before. That's all that matters. Focus on the positive things every single moment of your day. Focus on the positive things every moment of your day. I used to focus on the negative things all the time. My life was not going well. And I was a positive person, I thought, but I wasn't focusedly positive. You got to ask your brain what it's going through, what you're doing. Awesome. I love it. I got a lot of people responding that want to join the team and want to help us move And I'm telling you, I use lifers, man, and professionals. I look for professionals, and I mix a little bit of lifers with professionals because I could hire many professionals, but they won't have the passion that a lifer has. Someone that watches me every day and has a skill is going to bring so much more to the table. You know what I mean? So much more to the table. So I'm telling you right now, you want that passion mixed with the science. So we hire skilled people when we need them, but I like passionate people the most, man. I'd rather turn a passionate person into a skilled person in my company than hire a skilled person that will never have the passion. I'm telling you that right now. And I believe that's why we'll become a billion-dollar company. We will grow. And I'm going to tell you my dreams right now. I'm going to let them out there because by telling your dreams, I plan on, you ever watch if you know how rap in the rap music or basically the music industry works, you have a label. Usually a guy becomes world famous, he signs a record, and then a lot of times they'll start a label. Like, Wiz Khalifa probably has his own label. Nas has a label now. So, mass appeal, right? So you start your own label underneath your success, right? So as my YouTube begins to grow, we had 100,000, 250,000 subscribers, we get to 1 million. I'm going to be looking for the next amazing YouTubers out there. And I'm going to know how to promote you, how to push you, how to get you going. And you're going to join the label, baby. So we're starting a multi-billion-dollar media company. Are you ready? Who wants to start with me, baby? We're going to do big things, man. So I'll still do my thing. I'll hire the right people to take care of it. And my trading group will rock on, but we're going to do big things, man. We're not stopping at just a YouTube channel here. All right? This is just the beginning stages, everybody. This is just the beginning stages. So if you're ready for the ride of a lifetime, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be amazing. We're going to travel the world. We're going to meet people, and we're going to change lives every single day. Shout out to the 933 likes. Shout out to the $82.93 in chat revenue. Shout out to the 776 people kicking it with the lifer. You people are unbelievable. So Bitcoin short, looking like a highly likely move to the upside. 15-minute and the 1 hour both looking nice. Tight moving averages, consolidating. And again, it could go sideways, it could dump. There's no guarantees. No trader is 100%. So there's no way there's a 100% guarantee that it's going to play out. High probability based on what I've seen in my life. And I like what I'm looking at. 4 hours ready to rock. And it's starting to make some hidden bullish there too. What is hidden bullish? If you take your swing low to your next swing low and it's an uptrend, take the swing low to swing low, is it a downtrend, right? 15 minutes just pushing right now for perfect entry. So if you watch the 15-minute right now, you're looking for a move here. You're also looking for some bullish divergence on the 15. You got it. You got swing up to swing up here. You got swing down to swing down. You got bullish divergence on the 15. I enter on divergence at the bottom of the pattern. That is an entry on the short right now, in my humble opinion. That is an entry on the short, in my humble opinion. All right? There's no guarantees. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say I do should be taken as financial advice. But that's where I like to get in. When the Stokes are low, when I have divergence in the RSI, when I'm tight in the channel, and when the moving averages are close, and when Bitcoin's hitting resistance. So, and there you have it. However, we've been sideways for most of the day. I wouldn't be surprised if we continued. All right? But I like the short here on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Waves. One of my favorite coins to trade is Waves. Sand, Ocean, and Waves. If you remember me, if you were in my trading group a year ago, Sand, Ocean, and Waves, baby. Sand, Ocean, and Waves. So we take a look at this, right? Waves on the 15. Fell out of my pattern. Actually, I got stopped out of my last trade on Waves when Bitcoin took a beat down. But we were watching Bitcoin too, and that was like a while back. And look, that was a tight channel. Low stochastics. Didn't play out. Actually went down with a low. That's crazy. You normally don't see that. It's very rare. And we got stopped out for a nice 10% loss. I love getting stopped out, right? Because I got capital to play with. If you don't use a stop loss, you're psychologically messed up if the coin keeps pushing. So look at this. Two different people. One guy gets in this trade. This guy gets a stop loss. He puts 1,000. He loses $100. He takes a break. He goes, I lost. He feels a little funny. He goes, has lunch. He talks to his wife. He's back another day with $900 ready to trade. This guy, then we have person B, no stop loss. None at all. No, stop loss. You could hit every time. I'm not doing that. He's low now and he doesn't know what to do. Is it going to go up or down? I'm not sure. I'm still down. What do I do? And watch Bitcoin just dump and then boom. Now he's down $500-$600. He only had 1,000. He now lost half his stack or more. This guy's super depressed at $400. Always use a stop loss. Can't tell you what to do with your money. And I never will tell you what to buy or sell. And I won't advise you on your portfolio because I'm not a financial advisor. That's not what I do. I'm a teacher. I teach technical analysis. Okay? I teach the markets. I've been looking at the markets, and I look at the market every single day. While your influencer is reading a tweet right now or doing something random, we're going over another chart and gaining more and more market knowledge every single day. We're focused. You become successful by focusing on one thing and becoming great at it. That's how you become a multimillionaire. Find one thing and just become better at it than everybody else. I don't care if it's flooring, tiling. I don't care if it's landscaping. And I don't care how many people are out there right now. Oh, there's too many landscapers. I can't jump in. Bull wacky. Someone will get hurt. Something will happen. Space will open up. Someone will retire. Someone will decide they want to do something different like you will. And there will be there's always space for a productive and positive mind. There's always space in any industry for a productive and a positive mind. There could be millions of crypto YouTube channels, and you could say, man, I'm just one of the many. But no one's channel will be like yours. You will be a guiding light in your channel, right? So we're looking at waves here, and it's overbought on the 1 hour time frame and the 4 hour. Unless we got a short squeeze on Bitcoin, waves just really couldn't produce above this resistance. See, look, resistance. Waves at resistance at 515. We'll take a look at the daily. The daily wants to move, and it is beginning to move. So, and that's why I tell people, what is your trading style? I like to be super precise, using the 15 and the 7 and getting all nitty gritty. But a person could just enter waves right now with a stop loss below the previous low here and let it ride and see if they get stopped out or not. Like, you know, that's a 21% to gain 29. That doesn't work. That's a 1 to 3. That will not work. I would have to raise the stop loss to a 3 to 1 risk reward ratio. It's a little too close to price action without protection. A trade I really wouldn't take based on the setup, because the setup has to be right. This trade would have been better at the bottom with the stop loss somewhat beneath this previous low here with a 2.8. That would have worked for me, right? Now I'm kind of, I'm pushing it, right? 1 hour does want to move, though. This is interesting. 1 hour is about to flag out. That's a cup and handle in the 1 hour. See it? Savvy cup and handle to the upside. Yes. So last time I saw something like that, I love how people say pay $100. I still go over that, what Jordan said, and he's like $100. And I keep realizing either he's really ignorant, or he just doesn't get it. You know what I'm saying? But I love him, man. I love everybody. I just want to say I love everybody. I'm going to live in love constantly. Even if I don't like someone's technical analysis, I'm just not going to talk about it. I'm just going to talk about my TA. I learned my lessons, everybody. I got slandered by a low-frequency individual that I never should have mentioned out of my mouth. Because I mentioned a low-frequency individual, they did something very low-frequency. Now, because I laid down with dogs, I got up with fleas, and I learned my lesson horribly. Had I never mentioned the dog, I never would have gotten the fleas. You know what I mean? But I mentioned the dog, so I got the fleas. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Bitcoin looking bearish. Yeah, I just put out a short, So Waves looks like it wants to make a move, 7% gains possibly. I'm more privy to the shorts right now. I think Phantom 3S. Ooh, look at that nasty dump on Phantom 3S. Usually giving you a good time to buy. That's interesting. I love buying nasty red candles. That's usually a good look. Look at that flag about to bang on you. It's just, yeah, he said, I see what my man, Billy McDonough, shout out to my Irish brother, Billy, he's been saying he's seeing bullish megaphones everywhere. And there it is, right? Now, we do have resistance here and here, but we got nice support right where we're at. And we've held it like 3 times. It's like a triple bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, quadruple bottom. Phantom 3L to the upside based on the 1 hour time frame. That's what I see happening. And buying into that nasty red candle is usually a good look. You see some divergence, you don't. Maybe on the 7, can you get some 7-minute divergence? And some class C, it's not good enough though. It's not gonna tame us. 5's getting better. 1 minute is a little bit swing down and swing down. You got the swing up there. You got 1 minute divergence, but I just like oversold on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Proper stop loss, and you go from there. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. You got a high volume node right there. You get above that, you're skyrocketing to the 34% gains out of Phantom 3S. I try to call shorts on the day we got a short, and I attempt to call longs on days we got a long, and then if we're long, you're going to see me pump out. So here, if I don't pump out tons of altcoins that day, it means I'm short on the market. And if you see me pumping out a bunch of 3S tokens, I'm short on the market, hands down, right? But if you see me pumping out a bunch of just regular things, then, you know. Remember, everybody, the empty barrel makes the loudest noise. The person telling you they know the market the best, where everything's going, doesn't have a clue. The person that tells you they do not know is probably the best person to listen to on YouTube. A lot of YouTubers cannot say, I don't know where it's going. They're afraid to do that. They haven't reached that level of heightened ascending. They haven't ascended to a higher frequency. All right? They think they're insecure, so they think they have to know it all. So they have to have all the answers. You don't have to all the answers. Take a deep breath. Every YouTuber out there who has all that pressure on yourself, telling everyone the day and time, you know where Bitcoin will go. You don't have to do that to yourself. Take a deep breath. You're okay. You're okay. Just be yourself. Just tell people you don't know, just like everybody else. It's okay. You know? A lot of these people are afraid to admit if they don't know something. Dude, by admitting that you don't know something in front of a large group of people, you look vulnerable. And by looking vulnerable, people respect you. You know? I've learned that and twisted into my favor the best. So I love coming out here and saying I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. It's like the best thing you can do for yourself because you're ready to learn. You're ready to go to the next level. You know what I mean? I got an alert on AOA. Let me take a look at what's happening there. On AOA, what was my alert? What am I looking at? Aurora. So I'm waiting for Aurora to come back down here on the 4-hour or the 1-hour time frame. Yeah, we were watching this kind of cup and handle for Aurora. I wanted to wait for it to get oversold. I mean, that's a cup and handle for sure. Hands down, right? If Bitcoin stays sideways and doesn't dip, the altcoins will fly. So we want sideways Bitcoin. And that takes me to Bitcoin dominance. We're going to look at the dominance charts in a split second here. All right? And we're going to get to every super chat. We will get to every single super chat. All right? We will not skip a super chat, everybody. We will get to every single one of them. Matter of fact, I'll put AOA on hold here, and we're going to rip through every single super chat that was asked. We're going to talk about SHIB Inu here, and we're going to break it down on KuCoin. So SHIB, and look at this, dude. SHIB, we had SHIB in this tight channel, and SHIB would break out 47% gains. I put an alert on SHIB too, saying, hey, we're going to watch this alert and see where it goes. SHIB Inu. SHIB, right? SHIB, Sharu. SHIB Shari. And that was back on August 8th. We put out SHIB. Now, I came all the way back down. That's why you take profits. Okay. Just wanted to look at it. Funny. SHIB Inu, man. SHIB Inu. Anyway. So, SHIB's been in a bit of an uptrend, as you can see that. It hit this resistance at the 200-day moving average. I talk about this all the time. I want you to see that. See that? Resistance at the 200. If you're in a trade and the 200's above you, great place to take profits is right when you interact with the 200, somewhere in that zone. We talk about if you break a POC, you head to the next low volume node. You broke the POC, you headed up here. Two things that I go over all the time had occurred on this trade. Okay? We're also in an ascending triangle as it kind of played out and went parabolic. Where did it go parabolic? The measured move. The algorithms only have so much to go on. They can't force it. And look, that's exactly like to the T where we went. Like they line up exactly. Like that wick and that white line are exact. All right? So now what you're doing is you're coming back down and trying to find a bottom. SHIB is attempting to put in a bottom right now. All right? You put one in here. And if it can pump out of here, it's attempting to put in another bottom. It's very low on the daily time frame. All right. Now, one would want to pull an impulse from here to there. I could even pull an impulse from here to there. I'll do both and see what they give us. That's not too shabby at the 0.5 fib. And if we go up here to this one, you're in the golden pocket. Why this one? Because we kind of breached. Like, we came up, we went sideways, then that to me was the impulse. It started there and it went to there. It's wick to wick on the impulse. And there's kind of a discrepancy as what people believe they can do, you know, what levels. But look, I mean, it came to the 706 fib. It's right now above the 618, and it went to the golden pocket. What is the golden pocket? It's between the 0.65 and the 0.618. You won't get the golden pocket on your fib levels. You're going to have to click this and add the 0.65, and then the secret fib that we use here in my group is the 706. Many people won't show you the 706, and they don't know about it. Right? Most people don't know about it. And honestly, I don't want most people to know about it. That's our special sauce, our little secret. We don't need anyone else to know. The lifers need to know. I do want to teach everybody, but if the whole world knew, then our edge wouldn't be an edge, right? So we got to be a little, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I want to teach everybody. I want the right people to have the knowledge, okay? If that makes sense. I watched Lord of the Rings last night. I'd never seen it before in my life. I'd never seen Lord of the Rings in my life. So last night, my daughter really wanted to watch a movie. I was like, all right. And we watched Fellowship of the Rings. A lot of cool things in there that like coincide with life to this day. A lot of crypto stuff too, right? You ever notice that? Like kind of hidden knowledge, thoughts, process, you know. Okay, so Shiba Inu does want to push up on the daily time frame, and it's at a really good spot. However, the 4 hour, like everything else, is not in our favor. I don't like to trade when the 4 hours hot like that. Yes, it could breach and continue up, but it's if it does, then fine, let it go up. I don't need to trade like that. You this is what I'm trying to point out is I don't force trades. All right, now if we breach, fine. It looks like we will. So I won't chase the breach. If we break out, then we're gonna retest here, one of these 3 peaks. That's where I would long on the 4 hour because the daily's in my favor. So I know the daily's in my favor. I like what I'm seeing for SHIB with a bounce back to the upside here for a retest. I'd be waiting for the 4 hour to come on down. I'd be putting alerts on the stochastics RSI. I'd be putting alerts with a straight vertical line here, waiting for the alert to hit. This is what I'm doing, all right? When that alert hits, I make my play. I reassess the situation first, and then I make my play. So a lot going on for SHIB. It's not that easy. Kind of need a visual idea here. Definitely a good thing to watch. I suggest everyone go and timestamp that today and watch that. I'll put that in my group as a timestampable video to watch because that's a really good thing to learn. All right. I want to look at Bitcoin dominance real quick. And it's pushing to the upside on the 4 hour, suggesting that altcoins are going to be tough to trade. So watch your alts if Bitcoin dominance pops to the upside. The dominance trying to drop right here on the 1 hour. So it's saying today, for at least for that, you know, from let's say 1 o'clock or from now to about 7 tonight, we could get some altcoin rallies. Quick scalps in the 1 hour, be in and out, be easy. You know what I'm saying? But we could see some altcoin rallies, and then Bitcoin might pull back or go sideways with the major alts. You know, but these small caps on KuCoin could get some legs, right? So Bitcoin dominance, we want to see break down. It probably makes a right shoulder here, right? And then breaks back to the upside. So Bitcoin dominance could give us a little love this afternoon, but it looks like it's coming for the alts in the next few days. That 4 hour does want to push back to the upside. Tether dominance wants to push back up on the 1 hour too. See this? Look at that. Interesting. A little more downside though, and then a pushback. The 4 hour desperately wants to pump. So if Bitcoin wants to pump, Bitcoin dominance wants to pump with Tether dominance, it usually means that we're going to have a downside in Bitcoin, a pullback. So Bitcoin's high on the 4 hour, and these both want to pull back. This wants to pull up, and Bitcoin dominance wants to pull up. When these both want to pump and Bitcoin wants to dump, it's likely you're getting a dump in Bitcoin. So we have to heed that. So we've gone over the dollar, the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, the total market cap. We've gone over U.S. Tether dominance, Bitcoin, right? You can go over Ethereum, BTC. That also gives you an idea of what's happening to the altcoins. You can see because if Ethereum's going to beat up on Bitcoin, then you have yourself a chance. If it's not, then you don't have yourself a chance. On the daily, it suggests it's about to pop and retest. It's a really, really good sign. Let me actually delete all my work and clean this up. I'm actually going to get rid of my moving averages just for a second for mental clarity. So to me, this was the channel. You broke out of it. Or can you say you're still in it, I guess? Yeah, no, I like this. You broke out of it. And the daily's overbought now, and you're kind of retesting the zone. You're bouncing right there. See that? It's a really good sign that you could continue to the upside. ETHBTC wants to continue. So the ETH merge and Bitcoin going sideways, and as the market continues to get bullish, and if Bitcoin takes little pullbacks, ETH will continue to beat up on Bitcoin. So ETHBTC is looking scrumptious on the daily. You put 1 Bitcoin in here, you end up with 1.44 Bitcoin. The ETH helps you gain more Bitcoin. You mine more Bitcoin with the ETH. So look at this, ETHBTC looking sweetly, but again, overbought on the 4 hour. So like almost everything is in a nice spot on the daily, but we just need to reset on the 4 hour and come on back. So we're either going to do a miraculous short squeeze push up, and this comes, and this is, sorry. And this line's going to break out like so and bounce, you see? Or we're going to get rejected and come on here. Both of these will be great entries when the 4 hour either dips like this or dips back down. Either one, right? And so I'm seeing bullish signs for this. I just got to wait out the 4 hour and use it to my advantage the best way. I like what the daily's doing. ETHBTC looks good on the daily, but we got to watch the 4 hour. What is a BTC pair? It's when you get in for Bitcoin and you trade for Bitcoin. You go in and out on Satoshis, all right? You're just trying to basically make more Bitcoin. I love it because half the world isn't even more than, only 1% of the world even knows what Bitcoin is, and then less than 1% knows how to trade a BTC pair. So if you're talking the word BTC pair, you're in the minority of the world. They have no idea what you're talking about. And honestly, people make money when most people don't know about things. Once everybody knows, they talk about the shoe sign syndrome. If the guy shining your shoe is telling you to buy a stock, you should get out of the stock market. Stock market's about to crash. If the cab driver is telling you to buy Tesla, you should probably get out, So when everybody's doing it, that's when you should be scaling out. When nobody knows about it, that's when you should be scaling. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. These are general ideas and thoughts that people say out loud. I hear it in the street sometimes. Again, nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Altcoins. We talked about the altcoins. Every single time we got low, we breached up, we breached up, we breached up, we breached up. We're low on the RSI. Can we breach to the upside? We talked about this. We went over the ideas of where we didn't want to go lower. We were making this bit of a flag that could break you down to 367. We bounced, baby. We bounced. And we got a beautiful bounce. We bounced from 384 billion all the way to 401 billion. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of monkeys. No, 401 million. Sorry. We went from 384 million to 400 million. So how much money came into the market? Only 15 million came in the last 4 days? That's a $400 million market cap. Only $15 million? But we still have room on the daily. Daily ain't done. Again, I bet the 4 hour is hot. It is. So we're got to figure this out. We got to figure this out. Let's take a look. But we got above our resistances, which is really, really beautiful. 389 and 395, and we're back at $400 trillion market cap. However, total market cap's in a rising wedge in the 4 hour, but I like that it's at the bottom of the channel. But it's bearish retest. So the 4 hour is going to tell us whether we're making a large move down or the way we can preserve support and get a move to the upside. So very, very interesting. 1,000 likes on the live stream. I don't think that's happened in a long time. 1,000 likes. That's amazing. People, you're amazing. That's a milestone. I'm amazed by that. 1,000 likes. Unbelievable. So there's the total 3. This is the total market cap of all of the altcoins too. We're giving you so much data for you to wrap your head around. You want gold? We'll give you gold. I love gold. I used to trade gold every day of my life. To see gold and not think about it is weird for me. Now it's Bitcoin, right? But gold trying to do this double bottom here. It fell out of the positional strength, but still finding a bit of a bottom. If the dollar struggles, we want to see gold pump too. So gold should be pumping with... Gold and Bitcoin should really kind of somewhat pump together. Got to hold that trend line and bounce to the upside, for gold. Daily wants to push up too. It's a good sign. All right. Dollar index got rejected. That's what we want. We don't want to see this thing make any crazy moves. Continue to the downside, baby. Let's take a look at BTC. So I made it clear at one point that the shorts are more likely to play out. I've looked at every coin and the shorts are more likely. So I just play what's more likely, right? Ooh, look at this. We got a short squeeze for Bitcoin. Ooh, look at this. Hold up. Hold up. We're going to get BOOKMAP out now. And let's see here. It's at the 15-minute throwing Hail Marys. So funny, right? And remember when we started the channel, we started with this idea that the 15-minute would break out. So just trading straight up patterns and not thinking at all. Look at that. Pattern played out. It's pretty nuts. Now we got above 21,500. That's a big deal. And we got above 21,008. That's also a big deal. However, this looks like a bull trap to me. Looks like one of these. Still a double top. You know what I mean? Until we get a daily or a 4-hour candle to close above 20,800, I don't buy this. Like I actually would short right now into that wick. I would open up a short right now into that wick. However, we did break a POC. And we might even go sideways now. So we did pump. This is great. It's good for Bitcoin. Nice pump. Looks like a short squeeze for sure. Guaranteed it is. This was the hardest week of trading I've ever seen. Honestly. I think I've said that before, but this one's been tough. Like real tough. And remember, when we started the BOOKMAP, we did show you that there was no liquidity down here, and it was all up here. And it said they were likely to go to 28 first, 21,008. Look, 21,009 now, 22,000. See, there's nothing else, but that's the only bit of liquidity we have now. There's nothing else. They're trying to get 21,750 here, but there's just like nothing. That's crazy. Look, the liquidity is just gone. There's no buys down here. No one wants to buy the lows yet. This guy at 20,004. So he's starting to build his position down here at 24. I believe they basically squeeze this up to 28. They try to get as many shorts as they could out the game, 22,000, and they're going to short squeeze us back to the downside. I mean, long squeeze us back down. My oscillators are telling us that we're going to the downside on the 1 hour and the 15. However, we had it here and we were at resistance. This is beautiful now. We just got to bounce off, use this as support. So boom, a bounce off there would be absolutely beautiful. 50-minute is finally overbought. Oh, come on now, baby. You were here and you played games. And that's what a short squeeze does. Even when you start getting extended, you'll get squeezed. All right. Fascinating. Beautiful move for Bitcoin. But just really not enough. But enough. I mean, it got us above 21,005. So I've been saying that clearly. But again, what did I say at the beginning of the live? If Bitcoin doesn't close a candle on the 4 hour or the daily above 21,800, expect more downside. You know. However, we did just break this channel. That's beautiful. Resistance, 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 resistance. We broke a resistance that we've had since the 21st of August. But again, so now if you watch Bitcoin, you cannot break back inside this pattern. And that's why you need to know how to draw the pattern. If you don't have this pattern drawn at the end of the live, you're slipping. You're slipping. All right. So wow, look at that. So you're expecting a retest. If you break back into the pattern, you know, I'd still think there would be a little quick short now, but Bitcoin's been sketchy, I'll be honest. And the dollar index getting rejected is also a good sign. So I went through a lot of things, and I still see some indecisiveness in the market. I'm going to stick to my guns. 22,800, we must get above it to remain bullish. If we don't, it is what it is, right? Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I really greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I really love that you show up every single day with the CryptoLifer. And I'm going to work extremely hard to keep you educated, to show you the charts, to give you what you need to know so you can get where you need to go, okay? VPVR, MACD, RSI, stochastic, support and resistance, measured moves, you name it, right? So look, even today, the measured move on the 15-minute had us there, and then we breached up even more. Pretty awesome, right? It's kind of a cup with a handle. Shabby, cup and hattie. And honestly, had you played the cup and handle, which I didn't there, because to me, it really was a bit of a push for a cup. But look at this. You would have taken this wick all the way to this wick as your measured move, and that would have given you exactly where we went. Look at that. So the cup and handle would have been able to give you the extended move. I don't know how it does it, and I don't know why. And this is something that nobody uses but me. Like, Very rare do you see someone use this as the measured move. But I know the algorithm takes the wick to the wick out of the channel, and I've been seeing it happen more. I see it happens hundreds of times, over and over and over again, all the time. Look, it happens here. Here's another cup and handle. And I wasn't cup and handle hungry this last week. I guess it got in my head because people were like getting in my head a little bit, like, oh, he talked about his cup and handle, so I laid off it a little bit. But you know what? I shouldn't have, because look, this would have basically been had you played that cup and handle, you would have won. Had you played this cup and handle, you would have won. You see? So when everyone tells me it's not the cup and handle, I look back and I'm like, but it was though. So you do whatever you want. I can't force my knowledge on someone else. I can just show it, and it's up to you whether you believe in it or not. So what do I see happening for Bitcoin? I believe it's going to get rejected. We would like a bounce off 21,500. We don't want to go back inside this bigger pattern that I drew. So far, we broke out of the pattern. It's a good sign. Now we can use the top of the pattern as resistance and break on out. Let's get the 4 hour to curve back down and get resistance now. That was a good move on the 1 hour. So now when the 4 hour comes back down, so you got above a POC too, and you got strongly above a POC. 9 out of 10 times when you break a red POC, you head to the next high volume node. 23,400. All the way, baby. I mean, that's VPVR trading. We just got to get over this 4 hour first. Got to let this 4 hour half breach or something. It's got to do something like this and retest. The retest would be beautiful off of 21.5. That would be like textbook gold. So I'm looking for a retest off that to long nicely. I'm thinking a short for the afternoon, but we could go sideways. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Oh, wait, I've got super chats to do. Filecoin, DCR, and Labs. So sorry, I skipped the super chats. I greatly apologize. Okay, Filecoin. I loved Filecoin. It looked beautiful on the daily. It was going to do damage. It looked really nice here on the 1 hour. Look at that. Stops below. We got stopped out on that. I can't believe that. That's really weird. The thing looked absolutely nice. You look at the daily, and the daily was ready to go. What was it? I mean, it was a high 4 hour that really didn't agree with you right here. So 4 hours overbought, right? We came back down. So here, maybe I put this out when the 4 hours low here. That makes more sense, like on the 15th of August. So technically, yeah, that's why we made 6%, and then we got overbought. So at that point, you would have raised the stop to break even. So look, I put out the trade here. Even before this, when we were here at the bottom. And so it did go up 6.5, and then you got overbought on the stochastics. At that point, you have to realize, and you didn't get above resistance. When you get high on the Stokes, and you could have raised your stop loss to break even, and then you would have got hit with break even. So this trade really shouldn't have lost because you had 16 to 20 hours to watch the price slowly dribble up and then not get above. So it's not like you lost, it didn't lose the money fast, right? So technically that really didn't get stopped out because with my trading style, you would have learned to raise the stop loss, not get hit, take what you could and move on. Let's see what we see now. I mean, I really liked Filecoin. It looked like it was going to do damage on the daily time frame. Consolidated beautifully. Like, so weird when things make a beautiful consolidation like that and then just give it all up. To me, I think this was the channel. We fell out. We fell back in. You know? It desperately wants to break back to the upside a little bit. Ugly pattern for Filecoin. If I get rid of these, bit of a, slight cup and handle there. Not amazing, right? You had your shoulder, head and shoulder, you breached that. And now you're at desperate support. Like this support must hold. Resistance, support. SR flipping, lack of MACD, momentum, falling volume with falling price. Honestly, the market's been so sketchy the last 6 days, though. I have not been opening up tons of trades. I'll tell you, I'm like, oh yeah, it's hardcore right now. I'm in 7 trades, and last few days, I'm just watching the market closely. It's been the strangest market of my life. I've been in some trades for days. It just sat sideways, didn't do anything. Trying to scalp the winners, and that's it, And it's been hard. It has been the toughest week to pull gains out of the market. But the thing is, trading isn't always about pulling gains. It's about observing, understanding, and learning so that you can pull gains at the right moment in time, at another time in trading. So it's not always about being in a trade. It's about observing the market and learning. Like today's a great day to be in the learning library, bang out divergences, ask someone if they're correct, do another hour, go in on bullish divergence. You should know exaggerated, hidden, and bullish. That takes some time. It took me like 2 years, and it shouldn't take someone that long, but I didn't pay attention, and I had work and all this other stuff going on, and I dabbled. I just dabbled a lot. Like, I didn't go all in. For the person that's going all in my group, good for you, because you're going to go all in and you're going to get a lot out of it. Shout out to the 1,071 people on the like button. It's unbelievable. 1,000 people like this today. 1,000 people like this. Let me say that again. 1,000 people like this content today. I'm very grateful for that. If I'm grateful for the 1,000 people that liked it, then tomorrow 1,100 people should like it. And the next day, 1,400 people. And if we're grateful, we should continue to be getting things that we are grateful for. So to be grateful is the key at any single moment in time. So Filecoin could break out of here. I wouldn't be surprised if it touched this line one more time just to try to touch this high volume node. However, you did bounce out of it, get rejected, came back down. You're finding some support for Filecoin. I believe in 2 to 3 weeks, as long as Bitcoin plays the game, this will break at least to this node here at $8.26. All right. But nothing is guaranteed, and we don't know. Would I open Filecoin right now? Technically, no. The 4 hours too oversold and at resistance. You do see an inverted head and shoulder, though, which does want to break to the upside. So it's high risk, high reward if you open this trade right now. You'd be praying that the 4 hour does something crazy and just breaches. 1 hour is also, so if anything, you at least need the 1 hour to cool down to the bottom of the pattern. If anything. So Filecoin, I don't know if it's ready yet. Speculative. I'm watching it. The daily looks beautiful. Okay. And last but not least, DCR for ETH. Is that DCRETH? If I remember correctly, for Ethereum on KuCoin. It's in a beautiful inverted head and shoulder. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. I saw it for half a second. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder there. That's interesting. Inverted head and shoulders tend to be these types of pennants here. You're tight in the channel, but you're getting overbought on the 1 hour time frame, and you went up and came back down. You have legs on the 4 hour. So this looks like it could make moves on the 4 hour time frame for sure. But you just, you can't go lower than 0.169. All right. That's going to be your line in the sand with that node. You're right at a high volume node there too. You break that, you're going to head up here to this area because that's how it works. Some massive gains there if you can get them. 37% gains on the ETH. So you take ETH, you buy DCR with it. And I'm just explaining. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm explaining the process. A person buys ETH. They buy DCR with it. They sell DCR and they gain more ETH. Okay? 37% more ETH if you play it right. All right? So there's a chance this does make a move. 4 hour looks good. Does the daily look good? Daily looks good as well. Shout out to my man. This reminds me of a Billy McDonough trade. But look, the 1 hour is not in our favor. So the 1 hour is going to have to go sideways or do something. Or we open up the channel a little bit. And it may have to come down a little lower, you see? So I would put an alert on the 1 hour and not touch this until so. That's how I play it. And what I can do right now is just right click and click that circle, and that puts an alert there. And then I can click a vertical line because price is going to go sideways and eventually touch the vertical line. That's why I like my vertical lines. Whether price goes up or down, it's always going sideways. So it's always going to eventually hit. I mean, it's always moving to the right is what I mean. Not sideways, but because sideways is a term in trading. All right. Can you take a look at Cardano, ADA? Thank you for Crypto Web Nerd for being in the game. Appreciate you for being here. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live with the lifer. Take a look at KuCoin here. Cardano's in an inverted. It's basically going to do what Bitcoin does. So we had this nice 5% move for Cardano, possible retest, and then it just broke the channel and dumped to the downside. Bitcoin dominance came up, and some people kind of jumped into Bitcoin and it dumped some of the alts. Also, this is the Bitcoin drop, right? Bitcoin just dropped to the downside. It took every single altcoin down. It didn't matter how, and that's why we looked at it. Bitcoin could have pumped. You had to be ready for each thing, and then that's why I said do or die moment, and we knew once we breached that line, we were headed to the downside. Okay. We even called the short that night. We woke up to 34% gains on Bitcoin in the short, right? Shorting Bitcoin, not my favorite thing to do, but I'll do whatever I have to do to get paid, right? In trading, Now, I won't do everything I have to do to get paid, but when it comes to trading, I will change my style, do whatever we got to do. Now, to me, you're in a bit of a bear flag now. It's a descending triangle, which is a 50-50 shot. It's a symmetrical triangle, which could break you up or down. Just like Bitcoin's in right now, we're likely headed to the bottom of the channel first before anything and retesting, right? Where's the 4 hour? 4 hours also doing something similar. So what we'd have to do is 4 hour come down and halfway through pull back to the upside. So you'd be looking for a move for ADA at 45 cents. You break that, you could be making a giant double bottom at 44 cents. Cardano, all right? Cardano. I would buy $1,000 worth of Cardano right here and $1,000 worth of Cardano at the bottom here at 40, you know? But you're so close to the D bottoms for Cardano. And honestly, don't be surprised if you go lower. Coins can go lower. It can always get worse. Remember that. So what are the odds we're breaking out of here? 50-50 shot. That pattern's bilateral. That's exactly what it means. 4 hours suggests you come down. 1 hour suggests you come down. I wouldn't be getting in right now. I'd be waiting. I'd be setting alerts in the middle 4 hour tier and in the low 1 hour area in the oversold regions of the stochastic and waiting for that to come on to the downside. So there's Cardano in a nutshell. Shout out to anyone that asked or wanted to know about Cardano. I appreciate you. Labs, and then I'm out of here. My stomach is starting to hurt. I've been talking so much. No, I need a break. I need a break. I can't handle it. No, I'm dead serious. I'm about to crash. Like, you have no idea. At the end of the stream, I literally take off this coat. I fall on the bed, and I literally just crash. I've been pushing myself to the limits, you know, and the people showing up and all that gives me adrenaline, keeps me pushing, so I push myself even further. Next thing you know, I am just at my wit's end. So look, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. We have bullish divergence on labs. Tells me that it may break to the upside here and get a little bit of a move here. That would be strictly a play on bullish divergence and nothing else. I tend to use other ideas. Let's look at my support and resistance. Labs had a huge pump and dump. I think I bet like some type of pump group got a handle on it and took it to the limits. Daily's probably still, yeah, Daily's still coming down on you. Could be doing something. 4 hours very oversold. Interesting. You pull a fib and you're like at the bottom of, you're in the dumps. I mean, that wick doesn't even allow you that, you know. So Labs could have some gains. It's a little sketchy to me. But we see bullish divergence in a move to the upside, suggesting that Labs could pop today. All right. But again, it will have resistance here and here at these 2 points. 0.00868. All right. Trading group perks, love. Got to take a break, Sam. You have provided so much info today. Always appreciated. Is Dogecoin a thing anymore? It is. Thank you, love. Just banged on them. Let's take a look at love, baby. Love, baby, love. Woo! Woo! 62% gains for love. And I always take profits early, man. Thinking I'm so smart. You know, but they just, look, they finagled the 15-minute. And they kept the 15-minute in a bull flag. And they pumped us up. Dude. Trade of the day. Shout out to anyone that jumped into love for 60% gains and more. Bang, bang, bang for love. And you gotta love love. My whole crew was all over this morning. You guys put it back on my radar. I looked at it. And we put out love this morning. Look. Set alerts on love on the 1 hour. I was looking at love on the 1 hour. But look, love, bullish. 1 hour's overbought. Must be reset to oversold. I would set an alert on the 1 hour, but look, the 1 hour didn't care. It came down a little bit, and then bang! I was thinking setting alerts there, but this thing just kept going. Unbelievable. That's an anomaly. You don't always see that, but definitely was on our radar. Shout out to anyone that took profits on love. Man, I'm so happy to see my group making gains on such a crazy day. So all coins are still popping regardless. Love for 63% gains. Let's look at ETC, and we're out of here. Ethereum Classic. That was in a cup and handle, breached. Overbought on the 1 hour. I see what the daily's about to do. To me, it's retesting. Look at that. Possible retest. You could try to include it in the pattern. I guess there. Makes me want to put in another line in the middle here. Interesting. I'll check back on this. I got to take a break. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. so you can find out when I post my next video. Wait. Oh, here we go. Thanks for all you do, Lifer. Shout out to Laura Marshall. We got 1,100 likes today. I've never seen that on the channel. That's never happened, everybody. $84 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. You make my dreams come true every day. I'm going to make your dreams come true every day. Together, we're going to be dreamlike, and it's going to be awesome. Stay positive, stay blessed, live in love, and you can't go wrong. I'll see you back tomorrow on the next live stream. Sam Price loves you. Crypto Lifer, baby. Have a great day, everyone. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Enjoy yourselves. Love yourselves. You deserve love. Be nice to yourself. You deserve it. All right? Have a great day, everyone. Be safe. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Shout out to the Blue Crew and everyone that showed up helping out the channel. Shout out to Wen Dizzle, East Jordan, Love Learning, David Kendall, DJ Porter Rock, and everybody here on the live. Crypto Cash, my man. And even if you're not on the Blue Crew, shout out to Hexadecimite. Shout out to the Hungry Backpacker. Shout out to Zach Sanchez. Shout out to Jacob L. Shout out to Clayton Henderson. Shout out to Shane for Shia. Thank you so much, Shane. And he also sponsored someone in the group. Shane, you're the best. Shout out to the Blockchain Brawler. Shout out to each and every one of you in here. Shout out to Pedro Pinto. Shout out to everybody here. We love you. Dustin Cava for sure. I'll see everyone at the meeting later on today. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life.